in the last round. Jinx Morton giving last-second instructions to Hasim Ramen as we start round number 1. Scheduled for 8. It's Ramen in the black. Mark Young, well-known trial horse, comes in with a 14-30 record.
Take a good look
He's
at
in the
Mark.
blue shorts with the
Take
white
a good
stripe.
look at Mark Young, because you're not going to see him here very long.
Rahman only been the distance twice in his career, the first time in his scheduled 10 against Ross Purity. Other distance fight way back in early in his career, March '95, Jeff Williams in a 4-round. Young landing a nice overhand right. Very patient fighter, Hasim Ramen.
And you see Rock, excuse me, Arnie, you see Rock trying to get him to lower those arms so then he can go upstairs with that power right hand.
He shows an amazing amount of poise, though, for a fighter with only 15 professional fights.
And he really feels he's ready to step up. He's going to fight Jesse Ferguson September 12th on a TVKO card.
That's our main event on our September 12th Heavyweight Explosion show.
And they're also talking about him fighting Trevor Berbick in October. And that would be a step up in terms of him fighting somebody with some kind of name recognition to get those notches in his belt as he moves up the heavyweight ranks.
And with all due respect to Trevor, he's still got some chops left. When he beat Melvin Foster after coming out of incarceration. And I've got to tell you, I was fairly impressed with that performance. And nevertheless, for a young up-and-coming heavyweight champion, heavyweight contender, you want to have an ex-heavyweight champion on your record.
Rock needs to keep using that jab. He's playing Young a little bit cheap here in a sense. Figuring that Young is not going to offer him much of an offense. He's got to keep those hands up and keep the jab moving.
Young has 8 knockouts to his credit. The last one, though, was back in 1992 against Cedric Sims, stopping him in 1 round.
And you see the legs already going under Mark Young as Rock pins him against the ropes, and the overhand right.
Standing 8 count in effect here in Louisiana and being employed.
4, 5, 6.
Jinx Morton giving a signal, telling Rahman to go to the body, and he does. Throws a right into the side of Mark Young. Young, though, keeps his hands pinned up in his head. Rahman came upstairs. The hands were still there. Under 20 seconds to go in round number 1. We're scheduled for 8.
Get ready for an uppercut, Arnie, when Young leans in.
Another good body shot to the right side.
And you see Mark's hands starting to drop a little bit to try to protect those ribs.
Round 2.
Round number 2, we're scheduled for 8. That's Hasim the Rock Ramen in the black shorts, undefeated, up-and-coming heavyweight, 15-0, 13 knockouts, trained by Jinx Morton.
And
Mark Young, he's in the blue shorts with the white stripe.
We heard Jinx say between rounds, don't get lazy with the jab, which Rock definitely was. Coming out with a much peppier left hand in the second round.
You can see certain things, though, that he hasn't learned. He tried to hook off the jab, but it's a lazy hook off the jab.
No snap behind it, and a little bit too wide.
Good overhand right again, though, on Young.
Young is picking off some of those shots with his gloves. Some are definitely landing. And now Rock teeing off as he has him pinned. Mark Young surviving the onslaught thus far from the young heavyweight from Baltimore, Maryland.
Still a lot of time, though, to go here in round number 2. Good rights to the body again. That's been the best punches thus far in the fight for Rahman.
Mark just does not have any snap on his punches, can't get any leverage. Really not a threat offensively, and not much of one defensively either.
Well, again, with a 14-30 record and 8 knockouts, and the last one coming back in '92, I think they knew that. They big fights with Jesse Ferguson right here on Heavyweight Explosion in September. Good overhand right. He's got Young rocking. Look for another step in by the referee for a standing 8. Young thought about going down to one knee. Still over a minute to go in round number 2. We're scheduled for 8.
I tell you what, Rock landed 5 right hands, and Mark Young is still standing.
Well, Zelko Marovic had Young out in 6. Shannon Briggs had him out in 6. Adelson Rodriguez took him out in 7. 6 rounds with Jeremy Williams. Greg Page in 6. Alex Stewart in 6. He hangs around. George Foreman, he went 7 rounds with. Mark Young stays there. As the expression goes, takes a licking, keeps on ticking.
And that's why he still uses a journeyman club fighter. He will try, he will give it an effort, and that's what he's doing here. A lot of guys in his position, believe me, would have laid down by now.
Went 8 rounds with Quick Tillis way back in 1986. His pro career began in June of '83. Rahman began in December of '94.
Rock went away from the body a little bit. He needs to get Young to drop those hands.
As we end round number 2, this is scheduled for 8.
Morton thinks that Mark Young's had enough. I wouldn't be surprised if he would like to see this fight stopped where it is. He keeps looking into the corner of Mark Young, and it looks
tonight would ultimately end his career. This is the get up on your horse. Kevin, you think it's the right fight back? We talked about that in the open.
You never know. You never know. You never know.
It's been an interesting night, though, of close fights and upsets. Maskaev
like I said, it's the
coming
right
out
fight.
rather tentative, and Nick's coming out winging.
Like I said, it's the right fight if he wins. It's the wrong fight if he loses. So you can't tell. One shot can end anything. He's a heavyweight.
Maskaev looking very dry.
He's also moving away from the right hand. He's not trying to get hit with the right hand. He's stepping to his right, trying to get away from Ryan's right hand. You know, even though he's not really worried about it that much, Ryan only has 3 knockouts, but can't take chances, you know. A shot from anywhere can catch you, especially at this weight, can take you out.
Nix has been in with some good heavyweights. David Bastos, Al Cole, Ron Guerrero, who we saw tonight, Terrence Lewis, although on the losing end where those names are concerned. Win over Maskaev would be huge for him. A loss for Maskaev would be devastating for him. Very slow and tentative first half of this round for Maskaev.
Yeah, he doesn't like he won't go properly in the dressing room. And I don't see no beads or sweat on his head or anything. And he's stiff as it is, Maskaev. He's very stiff. European fighter with Uncle Al Gavin and Bob Jackson did a great job with him as far as trying to westernize him, as they call it, to make him box like an American.
Had the opportunity to go down to Gleason's gym last week, watch Maskaev work out. I asked him who he was fighting. I knew who he was fighting, but he didn't. So
he didn't care.
He did not care. Studied no tapes of Brian Nix, who tries to throw the right-hand lead right there and catches Maskaev walking in. The range right now, closing the distance between the two of them. 45 seconds to go in the first. Jane 80 separates the fighters.
This guy utilized that jab a little bit more on Maskaev, and coming behind the jab, over here right, catch it right there, just did it right there, and keep Nix on balance.
Nix stopped 2 times in his career, once by Jameel McCline in his pro debut back in October of '95. And then by the former cruiserweight champion Al Cole up in Montreal on the explosion in November of '99. Nix was having a good fight against Cole that night too. Very close fight when he got stopped. Remember, Kevin? Good first round for Nix. Oh, whenever we say that, right hand punctuates the end for Maskaev.
Yeah. Damn, the guy's laying there for that uppercut. but it's the left uppercut. When you're up close and you're putting your hand under, his head is right here. When you get up close, I want you to hit that left hip and pull that left uppercut. Got me? The jab is good. Punch a little crisper off it.
You start throwing right hand, put the left right hand over there, then punch. You got me, Sam? You got it easy. This is easy if you do it.
Right there for you, man. Right there for you. Knock that bum out, man.
Stay there, stay there.
Seconds out. We approach the second round.
We start round number 2. Tommy Parks in the corner of Brian Nix saying this could be easy. Different instructions in the corner of Maskaev. Bob Jackson looking for a left uppercut on the inside, Kevin.
Yeah, because Brian Nix is dropping his head. And I don't know what the trainer of Brian Nix is saying. But, I think he feels that Maskaev's a little tender.
Maskaev just threw that left uppercut. Now he tries the right, just for good measure.
And it lands. Maskaev looks very stiff here. There he goes. When he utilizes the jab, he looks very effective and punches off the jab.
Kevin, that's one of the questions we talked about it a little in the open. How well can you come back from 2 devastating knockouts? We talk sometimes about a guy coming back from 1, but back-to-back knockouts from Kirk Johnson and Mount Whitaker.
Yeah, he actually doesn't look too aggressive here, like looking to give him a punch. He looks very tender. He lands a shot and walks away, and that's what fighter shows. They're not looking to mix it up. Not to mention the fact that he lost, that he beat the man who beat the man, and he's got nothing to show for it. Knocked Hasim Rahman out of the ring. Ain't that something? Shows the comeback. The pressure market's getting old. Massive comeback and getting knocked out twice. That's the question. A lot of boxing history needs to be written before the two of them can get back in the ring. Of course, Rahman's got that rematch with Lewis coming up, but should Maskaev be able to put together 2 or 3 wins and Rahman win the rematch, then you might be able to see Maskaev-Rahman 2 for the heavyweight championship. But like we said, a lot of boxing history has to be written first. Maskaev's got to win his fights, and of course Rahman has to win that rematch with Lewis. And then of course the proposed Tyson-Rahman fight, should it get to that. Right now we're Flamingo Laughlin with a minute to go in the second round, and we get to see a fight really break out here between these two. Maskaev's landing very good, powerful power shots. I think his confidence is coming back a little bit. He's getting more aggressive here. He's throwing very powerful shots. He's picking his shots, not being overexerted. He's being cautious. He's having a much better second round than he had first. That's for sure. He's definitely trying to build his confidence up. Not taking this fight for granted, I'll tell you that. That would be a mistake. Low blow in there by Brian Nix. No warning from Jay Nady. I hadn't realized that Nady was from Laughlin, Nevada. Mark Bureau pointed out in our introductions. Much better round for the Russian. Oh, and he catches Nix on the way in, and his legs do a little dance. Nick's legs actually don't look that good anyway.
You're still out of range, though. Put your hands up here. If you throw right in, put your hands right there. Okay? Then you got to come back. It's on the head. Okay, we'll get you. Brian. If you're going to throw that right hand, touch him with it. Come back with an inside hook. Straight as you can. You hear me?
Yeah. Good sharp jab, and don't let him walk you backwards all the time. Put some power to him, bam, 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 and step to the side. All right? Breath. Come on, look like a fighter now. Good sharp head.
Seconds out. We approach the third round.
Round number 3, Oleg Maskaev, solid black. Brian Nix, gold and black stripe. Second round, all Maskaev as he really started to get his rhythm down, Kevin. Yeah, well, Bob Jackson gave him very good instruction. He said, I want
want you to hit him and step to the side. What Maskaev is doing is he's hitting and he's stepping back. So what happens is you lose range of motion. You also lose range of the distance of your fighter. You land a good shot, wobble back, move to the side, and land again.
Some frustration in the voice of Jackson from the last 2 fights because he ended his between rounds instructions with act like a fighter.
Yeah, well, they don't want him to be so passive as he's being. They want him to be a little more aggressive and take control of this fight. I mean, he looks very tentative in this fight. And he's worried about Brian punching power, which he should be. They want him in there banging Brian out and get out there and show that you are back.
Maskaev rocked Nix at the end of the 2nd round. Nix, that's not only out having any effects, but coming out as good as he looked at the beginning of the 1st.
Well, the longer the fight goes, the worse it is for Maskaev because he's got to make a statement. It's looking impressive to get back in that mix of things, after especially being knocked out back-to-back.
Nice right over the top by Maskaev. Catches.
Stop! Wait!
Nix holding on right there right now.
3 and 3 of 10.
Very shaky legs right now. I'm telling you that right hurt Nix.
Yeah, Nick's legs, so his legs look shaky when he starts the fight. Leg walks on his heels a little bit. It doesn't like he has strong legs at all to support him. And, all it takes to me is a good shot from Maskaev, and it could be over for Nix.
Also would be a good yardstick to measure just how back Maskaev is because Nix only stopped that one time by Al Cole up in Montreal. He's been in some good heavyweights, as we mentioned, including Terrence Lewis and Ron Guerrero, both of them themselves tonight. Neither able to stop Nix. Nice combination by Maskaev. Oh, good combinations on the inside. Nix in big trouble. Little less than a minute to go here in the 3rd.
Myers can keep Maskaev can use control. He might produce a knockout here, but if he can, he's got to also be careful. I'm sure the boxing believe that he has a Pritchard chin theory, say he can sit with a good shot, he goes down.
Maskaev really having his way right now. Under 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd, and Nix holding on profusely. Nady has his work cut out for him. Oh, Maskaev beautifully times. I was about to say to you, Kevin, why is he moving backwards? But he used it beautifully, used his experience. You saw him time Nix on the way in.
That's why I want him to step into the side.
Big round for the Russian.
Hey, Phil. All right, listen. Listen. You're not using your left hip, Bo. If you get on that hip, under that right hand at work, you're going to stop him quick. You're getting up close, and instead of being on the hip.
Action early in the 3rd round. Maskaev serving notice at that point, Kevin. He's using that uppercut. Listened very well to what his corner told him.
Very good. He's very patient. Like I said, he's got to use that experience. Brian Nix has never been in a ring with a fighter like Maskaev, and I believe that, this could be very good for Maskaev. He can actually finish off Brian Nix if it comes.
Round number 4, and Maskaev gave us a look over, Kevin, as all this to say, how am I doing?
I think he knows how he's doing. Like I said, I think his confidence is coming back. As you can see in the fight, he's getting more aggressive. He's taking more risks, more chances. He still wants to step back like he is right there. He needs to step to his left and go straight right hand. And that's what they want. I think Brian Nix is not in the Maskaev lead tonight. You see Maskaev is catching flush shots. Pressure the chin, but he steps back. When he steps back, he loses range. Once you lose range, you can't finish him in. He's timing him, he's loading him up, he's setting him up. Look at the right hand, bang. It's nice smothered that time, but he's got to work on this. He's got to work on things. Stepping back in the line at all. You step straight back in the line. Remember the pass, Don Curry got knocked out by Mike McCullum. Reaching, pulling back. So it's a call sitting box, I think. Don't pull back.
Nice hook off the jab by Maskaev.
But he steps back in the line. That's not what boxing is combination, uppercut or hook, and then step to the side.
By pulling back, so we've got him in trouble both with Whitaker
Because you have to extend
and
of a
with
punch.
Kirk
Yeah.
Johnson.
Because you have the end of a guy's punch. And when you're at the end of a guy's punch, that's what the power is. That's how you get beat.
To the side nicely there now. Nick's breathing was very heavy at this point out of his mouth. Really starting to take a beating, taking some big shots from Maskaev.
I guess they feel that Maskaev can be more of a dominating force. Be more rectifying.
Nix can't wait to get back on the inside and hold on, and Nady really having his work cut out for him. He has trouble even separating them.
This is getting hit with very good hard shots. Maskaev is really looking sharp. Like I said, his confidence coming back. It's actually a good fight for him right now.
Watch for Nady to give a warning for holding on to Nix.
He definitely needs to work on the stepping back. That stepping back is not going to be effective in the future.
He'd step to the side, he would negate also a holding on.
Exactly.
He's sitting there right, so he lands one shot and Nix is on top of him, able to wrestle with him, Kevin. Under 20 seconds to go here in the fourth.
Nick's legs are looking good. Nick's legs are looking
Nix holding on big time.
Nick's legs are definitely
Maskaev just can't get the room to let the big shot go. Nevertheless, good round for Oleg Maskaev.
You let him get too close to you without you punching.
All right.
Now, you gotta give me the sponge.
Dry or wet?
Wet like that. Brian, you gotta punch this guy all the time. You're just laying.
Fake the right. Come under with the right uppercut and back with the hook. Got me?
Look at it, Arnie. Look at the shots here. Maskaev is, when he punches and he lands good shots, as long as he steps right back in the line, he's very effective when he lands his shots, but Bob Jackson...
You're wearing him down now. Come on. How you doing, Coach? Hot, man.
We approach the fifth round. Round 5.
Maskaev off his stool early here in the fifth round, meeting Nix in the center of the ring. He gets into that zone, Kevin, and we've seen Maskaev a lot. You can almost tell when he wants to end it.
Oh, he wants definitely in there now. Like I said, the quicker he can get Brian excited, the better he looks. He's up in the fifth round already with a 10-round fight, and he needs a fight to bring him back to show him. Maskaev can definitely come back. No ill effects from the 2 knockouts. And he needs to make a statement. He definitely needs to make a statement.
Certainly Nix going the distance with him would have to be the statement that he's looking for.
It's kind of weird and peculiar that if he produces a knockout, he makes a statement, and he wins the fight. If he wins the fight and wins a decision, there's no statement. It's kind of weird. He can win a fight either way. It's still one end is negative, another end is positive. So he's got to win by knockout. And not be knocked out.
There he goes again. Maskaev catches Nix walking straight in. We might be breaking some sort of a record for clinches here on the Explosion tonight.
Ryan Nix's legs don't look too healthy there. They're kind of shaky, and it's just a matter of time before Maskaev goes again. Unless he gets careless. Like I said, it could be a lucky shot by Nix. He's only got 3 knockouts, but he is a heavyweight.
Maskaev slipping those shots nicely, but not coming up throwing anything, Kevin. I see that a lot. Fighters slip. When they don't come up throwing, it's almost like it could be time on the way back up.
Exactly. It's called make him miss, make him pay. You have to live by that rule, man. That rule,
Maskaev lands on the top of the head in that soft spot, and once again, Nix holding on. Very shaky legs on Nix. Big shots right now by Maskaev. Knicks fighting on fumes. 35 seconds to go in the 5th.
Those big punches on Maskaev is taking everything out of the legs.
And it's also causing Knicks to start to telegraph wide shots. Kevin, he's throwing very wide.
He's trying to catch Maskaev.
And he did just then, and he rocks Maskaev. Maskaev comes back with a shot of his own. Nady almost jumping in right there. Knicks in big trouble. 10 seconds to go.
Maskaev got buckled though.
Knicks trying to survive the round. Maskaev definitely was hurt. The Knicks manages to get through the round, but not before buckling all like Maskaev himself. Maskaev came in wide open. He got himself a little bit of a Johnson-Whitaker flashback.
Don't let him hit you with those right hand. Keep those hands up.
Right,
How's
okay?
your fighter? He's all right.
Where you at?
He's all right.
Where you at?
Man, I'm in Vegas fighting.
You're not in Vegas. Where are you?
In Nevada. Come on, he's all right. Don't stop that fight like that. Let him fight.
Where you at,
Just let me do my
Brian?
business.
Latin.
Okay, that's good enough.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let you do more of those.
Take a look at the action here. Kevin, incredible 4th round. Knicks took a beating. But then he caught Maskaev with that shot coming in.
Let's see who can go through this round. I mean, both men been hurt. Can Knicks come back and recover?
Well, we're in the second half of the scheduled 10-rounder. A lot of interesting things going on in Knicks' corner between rounds. Tommy Parks very concise in his instructions. Don't let him hit you with the right hand, says Kevin.
He just said that.
He didn't tell him how not to get hit with it. He said, just don't get hit with the right hand. Jay Nady comes in there and says, where are you? He says, I'm in Las Vegas. Well, right now he's not sure where he is. As he goes down, Nady anticipating the drop took Maskaev away from him before he fell.
Very good. He saved him. Maybe he can get through the round. And he can survive. He has to hold and grab.
Maskaev, a big finisher. Taking off where he left off in the 5th. And Nady's going to take a good hard look here. Don't be surprised if he stops this fight.
Knicks has to grab and hold.
Oh, Nick's out on his feet right now. That's it. The fight's over. Very good stoppage on the part of Jay Nady. As Oleg Maskaev.
Of them. Let me just point out, Shannon Briggs, after his first ever defeat to Darrell Wilson, came out in his next fight and knocked out his opponent in 22 seconds. He's now coming off his second ever defeat. There's that wild swing by Rody. He knows he's in there to just try to catch Shannon Briggs coming in. Briggs with 17 KOs in the first round. Rody swinging away. This is going to be a quick draw. Briggs now digging to the midsection. You can see Rody now looking to load up on that right hand. Tremendous size advantage for Briggs, who's just cornering Rody.
Matter of time. As soon as Briggs connects, this fight's over. Totally difficult to hit. A lot of movement here in this first round.
Shannon Briggs, who took it to world champion Lennox Lewis in the first round, had Lewis against the ropes before Lewis came back to down Briggs and stop him in the 5th.
Big left hook, stunning blow.
It appeared as Briggs may have lost some steam in that fight against Lewis. Happened against Darrell Wilson. Briggs, who suffers from asthma and sometimes has that difficulty, tough sport to be involved with. And that is knockdown number 1.
6.
But Shannon, when you really think of the Warrior effort, considering that he fought the Lewis fight with a broken hand, actually may have fought Foreman with that hand. He said it happened in a fight before that against Jorge Valdez back in June. There's that tough body shot. It's a question here, the over-under, if Marcus Rody can make it out of the first round. If he did, it is a moral victory and something that none of us really expected. But Rody trying to keep a short crouch stance. Here again is the shot
just on the liver. The liver sits on the right side of your body.
7,
And
8.
Briggs landed right on that liver.
You all right? You all right? You all right?
And it hurts.
3
all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Just get his glove out of my belly.
3 knockdown. Nowhere, Brody.
I guess this is going to be a birthday present for Shannon. He just had a birthday on the 4th of December.
No knockdown. So Steve Smoker continuing this fight. You cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Shannon Briggs turned 27 Friday.
Good.
And this certainly,
Thank you.
I was going to say helping out
Let's
Marcus
go,
Rody,
Shannon.
but maybe that is not the case. I think he would like to be helped out. Just about ready to take the seat on the canvas.
What's that mental?
Steve Smoker waves it all up seconds before the end of round number 1. And for Shannon Briggs, well, it maybe was a test for his broken left hand because he certainly was landing it enough, but didn't really get in many rounds. They're trying to make a February fight against Lou Savarese on HBO. Shannon Briggs really needed to get more action in to be ready for that one. And in that sense, Michael Grant, this may not have been a good fight for Shannon Briggs, who possibly needed some more rounds before a possible matchup with Savarese coming up in February, just a couple of months.
I think you're right there, Al, but also coming off the injury that he had on his left hand, that it was a good comfort zone for him to let him know he can get back in there and bang with it. I assume that he's going to put more rounds in the gym and build up his confidence as far as in the gym. Or it may be already there, but, we'll soon see in February. And, congratulations, Shannon.
All right, when you take a look at Shannon Briggs and over the horizon, there's the inevitable matchup of Shannon Briggs and Michael Grant. What are the things you're watching in Shannon Briggs tonight?
Well, the whole thing is about composure and keeping your ability going. Basically, I know some fighters can make you look bad, and this wasn't really a good matchup for you can look at Shannon and see what his rights and his wrongs. If you put a skillful fighter in there, then you can really analyze Shannon Briggs.
Do you think that Briggs, who had won 25 in a row at one point, was 29?
Open. It's Peter McNeely, his son. Tom fought Floyd Patterson for the world title back in 1962. Feel compelled to make that announcement. And here we go. Round number 1. Scheduled 10-rounder. Corey Sanders, of course, southpaw. Comes into this fight 26-1, 17 KOs, and they've done a pretty good job of getting him back on track, Bob, since that upset knockout loss to Nate Tubbs back in May of '94.
No, they really have, and that's just what the doctor ordered when you have an upset in the heavyweight division. You got to throw it all out. You're dealing with punchers, and he had that setback, and they got him back on track. The Leon fight, get his confidence knockout of a couple-time former world champion, and now they got James Pritchard, it'll be interesting to see which one shows up, because James is a world-class fighter, a world contender in the cruiserweight division, fought a lot of tough heavyweights.
Sanders looking very sharp, a lot sharper than when I saw him last, because back in April when he went 10 rounds in South Africa with Nikolai Kopen. Looking very sharp. Oh, when he catches Pritchard walking in right there. He's had 3 straight wins now since the Tubbs loss. He stopped Carlos De Leon in 1 round. Then went 8 rounds with Gary Lane. 8 rounds and 10 rounds with Nikolai Kopen. Comes in 26-1, 17 knockouts, ranked number 5 by the IBF in the world. And as we mentioned again in the open, with the way things are going to be shaking out, could wind up being number 1 in some point soon.
He really could, and a very deserving challenger for the new IBF title he was making. You see him there; he's getting off his punches with good snap against Pritchard, who was a very quick cruiserweight and got good speed for a heavyweight. And rather than using a lot of lateral movement and run all over the place, Pritchard seems like he's going to hang right in there. And he's down. He's hurt very badly. Clean punches by Corey Sanders, and I don't.
Referee Tony Rosales taking a good look as he's wheeling off the mandatory 8 count. Asks Pritchard to walk towards him. Pritchard does not look good. Does not look good. He got to stop this fight. It's over. A very, very sharp Corey Sanders, pointed by in his corner as we take a look at Tony Rosales. Walking James Pritchard back to his corner. Pritchard's record drops.
Coordinator Brad Jacobs says he's trying to set Phillips up here on USA for the last couple of years, but he's been turned down by everyone he's talking to. It's like George Foreman during his comeback, Riddick Bowe, Tim Witherspoon, Tyrell Briggs. They don't want to deal.
There you go, baby. Good job in there.
Phillips said his fight plan was to wear him down, right on the inside, and stay there. Both of them coming in as their own drive. Not enough to swing either one of them.
Morris fight as a heavyweight against Terry Davis that in April on the undercard of Holyfield and Foreman. That was a tricky second-round TKO, so this is essentially his first legitimate heavyweight opponent. And the fight for that for Morris, the WBO heavyweight champ, 175 pounds. So light heavyweight is a good enough in the heavyweight division, and you gotta remember, Morris never tasted the heavyweight punch. Phillips says he's gonna have to be right in front of us.
Phillips says, I'm a heavyweight, I got the heavyweight power. Never fought anything other than this class, over 200 pounds.
One of the major adjustments that Morris is looking at right now.
Well, he's got the extra weight there. You're slower. Your punches they're not as quick, they're not as sharp. You still got to try to fire them off. Try to retain that speed that he has at light heavyweight. Good power in his first round, and you see Phillips already giving him a little bit more room. Now, if Phillips could go out there and wrestle, get right on the inside of Moore, take it right to him, stay on the top of him, he could smother more punches.
Moore at 6'3" says he should be able to carry that extra weight. And the reason he gave up the light heavyweight possible lucrative matchups. Virgil Hill, Prince Charles Williams at the time. There was a very active division up top. He says it was just killing him to make 175. Just could not do it any longer. He generally walked around at 200 pounds. And just it was impossible to get down to 175 anymore. He's at 214 for tonight's fight. He weighed in with his clothes on. He wanted to get that weight up as high as he could against the Phillips 215, but he says he'll feel comfortable actually even getting up to 217, 220, but it's funny to see Moore. He was a well-cut heavyweight. It's a little up here.
He gets some spare tire around the belly. It's surprising, too, that he went completely past the cruiserweight division, went right into the heavyweight, light heavyweight.
5 seconds of ball number 1. This is a scheduled 10-rounder.
Good ball that brings the fluid of that way.
The uppercut, don't try no uppercuts from the outside. Don't try no uppercuts from you some water. Just trying to be good. Uppercuts from the outside, then this guy take the play.
Yes, sir.
Straight punches going in. You're not throwing any punches. You gotta throw punches to get inside. Slow as you know, but he's respecting your power, but you ain't getting no punches off. You gotta work. Straight punches get in and then work to the body. Just move your hands out, move your hands out. No uppercuts. You work too hard, man.
Go home, this man is all over the spin. It's much shorter than I thought. Right. But you hesitate, you sit in position, wait to see what he does.
Can we hear one of these corners?
Let's let the shots go. You put them together, the fight's over with.
You guys can try that flip thing if you want to go against time.
You just get out of here.
Yes. I'm sorry. You're right. We need you back there.
Join us ringside here at the Palace of Auburn Hills, a crowd of 13,140 on hand, and this is what they came to see. Their native son, Prince Michael Moore, now making the step up to the heavyweight division. Holyfield and Tyson and Ruddock and Foreman up there. Moore feels that when the dust settles over the course of perhaps the next year or so, that he will be right up there with the rising crop of young heavyweights, Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, Morrison, and Mercer. Those two who will face in August. We talked about the sense of possible upset waiting to happen, although after the first 3 minutes, that sense may have changed. And the question of what does Moore look like here as a heavyweight? Phillips had a late start in his career, no amateur fights. He actually started to fight at the age of 26. He was a former collegiate wrestling champ at Norfolk State, also was a linebacker there. A matter of fact, signed to play for the LA Express of the USFL. And unfortunately for Phillips and the league, it folded before he played his first game.
No, he said he's an athlete, not just a boxer. He said it's an all-around job. No drugs, no smoking, no alcohol.
He smoked like he so he started fighting at the age of 26. His first pro fight wasn't until the age of 27 when he lost to Owen Norris. What an awakening to a pro career. He was knocked out in the first round. And actually, Phillips' first 7 fights, feeling his way through, actually on the job, training for a guy who didn't have any amateur fights. It was 4-3. But since that time, he has won 11 of his last 12 fights. Phillips to come in.
Busy is more. You don't see that very often in the heavyweight class. A lot of them, they're slow and they're deliberate. Moore says that I still have the speed from the light heavyweight. And he does with the combination. He's not a man anyway to throw a one punch. He likes to put them together.
Moore certainly rushed into the professional fray after just 9 months and 11 pro fights. He did actually have time for the WBO heavyweight championship. He has won Levi Phillips here in the second round. And Moore is sensing it. He is closing in. He is just getting Phillips to the punch. 10 seconds in the second round. We will challenge for a word from the local assistants.
Levi, them hooks are working, man. Here's my piece. Them hooks are working. You got to keep them going. You got to go right here, too. Right there. Them hooks are working. You only fight when he punches. You see what I'm saying? Punch him first. Get your hook going. 1, 2, 3. You only fight when he punches. You see what I'm saying? Punch him first. Get your hook going. 1 to the body and 1 to the head. Okay? This guy's respecting your power. Don't never relax. Never relax on this guy.
Don't stand in front of him if you don't knock out no punch, man.
If you ain't gonna throw a punch, move your head, okay? That was a good round for you until you relax. Keep going up to your left, okay? Mouthpiece.
Mouthpiece.
There you go.
Put it together.
Work now, work.
This is Michael Moore's 24th fight coming into this one. He had been beyond the second round only 7 times. He knocked out Artis Moore, who has the perfect record, 23-0 with 23 knockouts. And here we are in round number 3. But Levi Phillips hearing it from Terry Claybone in between rounds.
Don't never relax. Never relax on this guy.
Don't stand in front of him if you don't knock out no punch, man.
If you ain't gonna throw a punch, move your head, okay? That was a good round for you until you relax. Keep going up to your left.
Catching too many punches in that second round was Phillips. They wanted to move his head more if he's not going to punch. The best defense is a good offense. For him right now, he can get busy. Now, he's a heavyweight, but Moore is forcing the action.
Phillips having problems finding opponents in his first 11 rounds. So the first couple of rounds also perhaps some ring rust for Levi Phillips. I've always said before, he's been throwing punches, work the body. Rare or not has been the case over the first couple. Tell me a little bit about what you think of Michael Moore after seeing him this first couple of rounds as a heavyweight.
Still as impressed in this division as it was in the light heavyweight division. This is a kid that has his head on his shoulders straight. He knows where he's going. He says, I have to work into the heavyweight. picture. I don't want to start off fighting the big top 10 guys. I don't want to start off going for Holyfield. I just want to get used to this division, get used to this weight, and I'll start picking my shots. See, I'm still a long way away from the heavyweight championship.
So some may question Michael Moore's chin, probably because it has never been tested. The biggest shot he has ever taken in his career was a heavyweight championship defense against Frankie Swindell. He was tagged in that one and survived and turned it around, took Swindell out in the 6th round. And now just the question of can Moore take a heavyweight punch. He's really seldom had to take a punch.
Well, he admits that the heaviest punch was Frankie Swindell. He said, at first I was a little bit hesitant, then I finally warmed up. He said he wobbled me even more underneath the left eye. It was a good left hook.
This could be it. Referee taking a look at Phillips. Is that the final standing there? I believe that Rahman will stop the fight in the closing seconds of the third. Goes to 24-0 with 24 knockouts. No complaints from Levi Phillips. Closing seconds of the third. Taking a pounding.
His eyes roll right back in his head.
A little more adamant that he stopped the fight than before. He said all he was seeing was the whites of his eyes.
All right now.
Well, that is a good reason to stop a fight. The crowd doesn't like it.
They wanted to see more. Michael Moore is a little disappointed himself. He needs the workout.
The heavyweight work.
Right, guys.
And Emmanuel Stewart now taking care of Michael Moore in the corner. When we return, we'll hear from Michael Moore. Also, Obakar will step in. We'll hear about his fight that did go off tonight.
Al, we might even want to talk about that,
We'll need the stick. Yeah, we'll need it. What do you want?
Sometimes when you're heavy. Razor Reddick and Mike Tyson won. Kind of the same. He's built up such a reputation as a knockout puncher. Even the referees are thinking that their opponents are out before they're out.
Yeah.
I think we're staying on headset.
All right. Right.
You don't want stick there.
Yeah, for him, for the interview. All right. Well, we got to. Let me put this behind you, Sean. Michael, come on in here. Yeah. All right. Short workout, huh?
That's bad for you. Bad for you. Reflection on you, unfortunately.
Okay. Is Emmanuel okay if he stands to me, just in case we want to talk to him? No, that's all right. We could talk to you. I may bring you in, okay? What do we do after this? And these are closing seconds, third round, closing seconds of the fight. Michael Moore pouring it on against Levi up in the corner. The referee, Al Grable, peering in, about to stop the fight. A few more shots by Moore. Little defense by Phillips at that point. Only seconds to go. Exact round. Grable takes it. He says later that all he saw were white eyes, pointing the eyes right
220 for Corey Sanders. You see the cage is almost even, but look at the advantage. And again, Sanders has an opportunity with a height advantage in reach. Heavyweight explosion is underway in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Round one. Spoken Burt Cooper in the black with a white stripe against Corey Sanders in the white trunks. The taller of the two, the pair of each belongs to Sanders, but he'll look for Cooper on his chest for most of the afternoon today. They're set for 10 rounds. Corey Sanders starting off boxing with Cooper, showing him some lateral movement here. He doesn't want to lay right in there with Cooper. There's no sense in that. Cooper's the heaviest in his career, and that might give some rise to speculation about his conditioning for the fight, but he says he's been powerlifting down in Florida. He's dangerous early regardless of what he's been doing, Sam. He's in front of the hometown fans, and that's just the kind of guy Bird is. As an amateur, fought as a policeman with Corey Sanders from 1985 to 1989. When he finally turned pro, he had to give up being a policeman and has started to make his living quite nicely as a professional wrestler, with big paydays early in his sights. He's really proud of the trying, got it in on Cooper. I'm not sure he's not this thing. He needs to just take his time and get a good shot. Cooper still has his mouth. He's not with Sanders' mouth. He landed a nice counter left hand on this guy, and that's just what he needed to do. He's got this round on him. He's nicely. He's got the respect for Cooper. He doesn't have to lay in there. That's not where he wants to be. That right there is not where he wants to be. I'm not sure that referee Tony Lopez knows that a mouthpiece is out. Now he finally is being thrown out the corner, and they're going to get the mouthpiece in for Sanders as they start to run. They stop momentarily, and now they're back to action in round one. Well, you know, a lot of times Bobby Appetite prime the cannons, but they have come out and then fired all. Plus some pretty good shots early on in the explosion fights today. Right. Sanders could have orchestrated the way he wanted this first round to go. This would have been it. You want to get some respect for this guy and stop him from just all-out bum rushing him, Sam. You can see training early under Joe Frazier with that stalking style. Bombing and weaving his way inside. Trying to get off the ring of Sanders. As him on the ground, those are major little punches being thrown at Sanders. He said, that's what Cooper's people are shouting Tyson to him. Tyson is the right hook to the body, right uppercut. Very few fighters have the quickness and explosiveness to use that combination. But Cooper being one of them. Closing seconds of round one of the explosion. As he wasted very little time and jumping right on top of Corey Sanders in round number one of the scheduled 10-rounder. Did exactly what he wanted to do, Bob Spangler, and that, of course, is to kind of initiate what was going on with Sanders. Meaningful punching around right here. Corey Sanders landed good combinations on hurting him with a left hand early in the round, and he was so excited his mouthpiece went flying out. This is a little later on after Cooper had flurried early, then took that from Sanders. This is Cooper going back to work. You can see him digging those punches in the body and right back up there. Sanders finally had enough of that, and right out of there he gets encouragement as he gets ready to answer the bell for round two. Both fighters spent as much time as they could on the stools between rounds, and round two finds Cooper right back stalking Sanders. Smoking Burt, 27 years of age, 5'11", 242 pounds, the heaviest he's ever fought in this fight today. Trying to slide around, cut off the ring on Corey Sanders. Sanders wants him nicely, nice right jab out there. Keeping Cooper off and showing him that movement. Sanders trying to stay on his bicycle as much as he can. Corey's going to box early in this fight, which is well advised here. He's really got a fantastic game plan in place here. Keep Cooper off and work that right jab. Get him into the later rounds where he's not so dangerous. You know, they talk so much about, of course, Johnny DePloy and also Pierre Couture as heavyweight Kelly is the man working with him in the corner. That's Eddie Aliato. Aliatos is the man who is looking at the eyeglass. You see him 25. It's New Zealand against the British Lions. That's live from Auckland, New Zealand. And at 13:45, horse racing returns with the Rahman July Handicap. That's coming to you from Grayville. Then on the 3rd of July, we have more from Wimbledon. It's the ladies' finals beginning at 1500. That's tennis from Wimbledon. And if that's not enough, at 1800, it's live rugby coverage at South Africa. Ellis Park. And after the 8:30 movie, it's cricket coming to you on the 3rd day of the 3rd test from Bridge as England goes against Australia on the 3rd of July. It's round number 3 as we're ready to continue in our heavyweight explosion, and Corey Sanders, the taller of the two, comes out against Bert Cooper. What can Corey Sanders do to get the initiative in the fight? He wants to keep distance and he can get to it. That's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to shorten up that distance. Bert wants Corey Sanders back to the road. Corey Sanders wants to be in the middle of the round. Just some lightning. He's got to go tip for tat. He can't go. We're just moving on him with reckless abandon. He's got to let him know if he walks in here, he's going to taste a little. And he's working good with the body underneath is what he's saying.
George looks in excellent shape.
253 pounds at the weigh-in yesterday. By unanimous acclamation, better shape than was the case against Crawford Grimsley in his last outing in Tokyo. Savarese threw 100 punches per round against Buster Mathis Jr. As Larry Merchant pointed out, it's unlikely he would try that many against a puncher like George.
George tapped the light jab, and Savarese smartly sent in a little left hook.
Kind of a laconic start to the fight. Both men moving slowly around the ring as Savarese gets ready to taste George's power at some point.
Savarese is not used to backing up, but he's moving to his right to avoid George's right hand because you know that's George's best punch.
The right cudgel. He sort of clubs with it. There was a time when George's jab was the most formidable in the heavyweight division, but he's not nearly as quick with it anymore. Savarese landing a light combination there. Now Savarese, for the first time in the fight, moves George backward with a double jab.
Step back, step back, step back, step back.
There's the jab by Foreman. He'll come up top with it and then go to the body. Savarese cranks in a counter left as Foreman tried to feint with his right.
Savarese has a pretty good strategy going here. He's making George throw the big punches and miss, and he's countering with the 2- and 3-shot combination.
Savarese continually moving to his right.
And Savarese is also going to George's body early.
Little mouse under Savarese's left eye as George cuffs him across the top with the right hand. Right hand to the body by Savarese. Foreman backs away and now comes back to station himself in front of Savarese, and Savarese dances along the ropes. Uppercut by Savarese. Couple of right hands to the body. Foreman slow to back away.
Savarese's condition is going to be a big, important factor here tonight because Foreman's going to keep pressure on him, even if he is hitting Foreman a lot.
Eddie Cotton says, don't rabbit punch him. Savarese with a left hook up top. Last 10 seconds of the round. Lou Savarese more active, as you would have expected, in round number 1.
Either you bring his hook up or punch the right hand and throw the right hand behind. As you jabbing him in the body. Yeah, baby, come on. All right. Power punch. Here we go. Come on. Sit back. Come on, baby.
Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Don't let him be fighting the job. He's trying to suck you in the shit.
And then turn the right hand and turn the back thing. He's going to hold and go back down to there.
Yeah.
Have everything to do.
Come on, just relax.
Late in the round, you saw that Savarese in close, threw a nice little right uppercut, shook George's head back, but didn't seem to faze him very much. Savarese claims that he had sparred with George for about 40 rounds before the Schultz fight, and George swears he doesn't remember him. I wonder if George doesn't want to remember him.
Savarese took that one in stride. He says, well, yeah, okay. Foreman landing a thudding left hand as he walked in.
With a little lead right, which you don't see George throw very often.
The man who spoke most, and there's a hard right hand by Savarese up top. The man who spoke most to Foreman between rounds was Charlie Shipes. Dundee had very little, if anything, to say. He won't get laryngitis working with George. Jab by Foreman. Savarese taps to the body a couple times. Left hook up top by Savarese. Foreman lands a left uppercut.
Both fighters had very good left hands just then.
Savarese has a still head, Roy. He's not exactly elusive in there.
No, he's not. But he's doing very good at taking George's punches right now. Better than expected. He better move his head from the left and the right to the left and right some though, because if George hits him with this left uppercut, it will be all over.
Putting right hand up top by Foreman. Savarese coming back with a combination.
And Savarese is beginning to show a little tire. He's breathing hard, and Foreman has pressure on him. Foreman won't let Savarese rest.
If you're expecting George to tire, you may wait longer than you think because he is so amazingly relaxed in the ring. In his prime, George Foreman could hurt men with glancing blows.
Yeah, and now I think Savarese's punches output is going down a little bit because he's catching punches from George.
If I punched that number, Savarese threw 64 in round number 1. That would be a good busy work rate for him if he could keep it up.
George is hitting him with some big jabs.
Stop, step back.
Solid left hook thrown by Savarese. Foreman has been much more active in round number 2. He only threw 22 punches in the first round. Has greatly exceeded that total here.
George is popping a very good jab in between Savarese's gloves.
Well, I've heard both you and George sit next to me and say it gets a lot easier when you have an effective jab.
It does get a lot easier because it keeps your opponent from thinking that you can hit him with the jab.
Good job.
Keep your balance. You got it out? Mouthpiece? Okay, give me.
Real good. Bring your hands back. That's all. Bring your hands back.
Don't lose your balance.
Keep your hands down. Put your hands down. You hear me?
Come on.
Don't get caught. Caught that boxing. Go back to boxing. Keep that right hand for that jab.
Nice jab. Turn the right hand.
Okay? Don't get caught up in that shit. You okay? You're doing good. You're doing good. Just box more. Box more and get your punches off. Okay.
Savarese is staying right in front of George, landed a nice straight right and 2 left hooks. But staying in front of George has not been a formula for success in the recent past. He is not using very much movement in or out, left or right.
Remember that Michael Moorer stood in front of Foreman, found it easy to score against him, but wasn't able to finish the fight upright. In the second round, Foreman launched 28 left jabs and landed 19 of them. Two good body shots by Savarese.
Very good body shots. These punches will weaken a fight in the long run, as we found out.
Foreman sticking that jab and landing consistently. Savarese coming back with combinations.
Lou, let's keep him up a little bit too, up a little bit. Let's go. Some heads.
Is there blood from Savarese?
Well, he had a mouse over his eye in the first round, or under his eye in the first round.
George just hit him with a beautiful 1-2 combination.
George is quick tonight, Roy.
George looks very good tonight.
Savarese thundering a right hand against George's left cheekbone. Foreman has always taken punches well.
Yeah, this is a very good fight for George Foreman.
Yeah. Well, what we know about George is that his chin is Texas granite.
Yeah.
Stop punch, stop punch, stop punch, step back, step back, step back, step back.
There's a cut over Savarese's left eye.
In a bad place, too. That blood starts to flow. It could affect Savarese's vision and make it hard for him to stop George's right hand.
That eye, I understand, has been cut in the past.
And now working with a target, George thunders forward like a pachyderm, looking for opportunities to stomp.
Savarese have to make sure he covers up from this left uppercut that George throws inside. Oh, good right body shot by Foreman.
Okay, let's go, free. Let's go.
Foreman is working good on the inside to Savarese's body.
Savarese still standing in front of Foreman and allowing him to land, not moving side to side as he did in the first round, not giving Foreman angles, trading punches with him at his peril.
This has become a toe-to-toe battle here.
This cannot be good for Savarese to stand in there and slug toe-to-toe with Foreman, unless he's absolutely certain he can take these shots, Roy.
Yeah, I think he'd be better off to stay outside and use a jab against Foreman's thumb.
What he did in the first round was an excellent plan.
Right inside with him. Don't do that. Good time. Don't fight inside with him. Don't do that here. Box this guy. You hear me? That jab is, you ready that morning with him. Take your hand and put it in your lap. Put your hand in your lap. Listen to me. Yeah? Box more. Use your speed and quickness.
Louis, you gotta aim your punches a little with him, all right? From here, gotta aim those punches. Let's go. Use your quickness and use your power.
Yeah, use your quickness. Don't get the party with him, man. He wants that shit. He ain't got to move a little bit. Make him move a little bit. Okay? Okay, let's go now.
Yeah. So, pick the right spot.
Seconds out!
George sees the eye, goes for the eye, hits the eye.
Round 4 of a scheduled 12 for George Foreman and Lou Savarese. Savarese looked in the first round as though he wanted to box Foreman, and you heard his cornermen between rounds asking him to go back to that and to stop standing inside slugging with George.
Sometimes when a guy doesn't know how to fight backing up, or when he doesn't have a lot of experience fighting backing up, it makes him lose confidence to back up from a guy. He feels as though he's changing his strategy too much.
Letterman, how'd you score the first 3 rounds?
Jim, I got it 2-1 Lou Savarese, 29-28 in points. I thought Lou Savarese boxed nicely in the first round. Out-punched George toe-to-toe in the second, but that toe-to-toe style didn't work for Lou Savarese in the third. Interestingly enough, one rule, Jersey, you can't wear a hat in the corner. That's why Tommy Gallagher doesn't have his hat on tonight.
Harold, you know everything. I also have it 2-1 so far for Savarese.
This is a better heavyweight fight than some of the fighters with the guys that are in their prime.
For entertainment value, how can you beat it? 2 big guys pounding away against each other. That's part of why the public loves Big George. No chess matches.
Okay, George, keep him up. You're all right. You're all right. Keep him up, okay? Let's keep punching. Let's go.
When last you saw referee Eddie Cotton in a big fight of international impact, he was disqualifying Andrew Galata against Riddick Bowe, and entirely correctly so.
Oh, good body shot by Savarese.
Needs more of those.
Needs a lot more of those. George Foreman goes out and he's just chopping at a tree, just like he does every morning when he wakes up.
I suspect George could fight till he's 60 if he keeps finding opponents who will stand right in front of him. The problems he's had when opponents didn't stand right in front of him.
George is looking better than I've seen him look in a long time.
It is awfully hard to beat George Foreman fighting the fight that Savarese is fighting right here.
Stop one. Good
there
job.
Are a lot of punches being traded here.
If he can beat Foreman this way, he'll be the first one to have done it. Muhammad Ali didn't do this. Jimmy Young didn't do this. Evander Holyfield didn't do this, and Tommy Morrison didn't do it. That's why they were all winners against George Foreman. Cutting left to the body by Foreman. Another round in a phone booth for Lou Savarese.
Just don't lay in there. Keep turning when you're throwing your shots, just like you did near the end of the round. Keep turning.
Okay.
Give me the grease. Give me some water. Open up. Here, grab it. Put your arms down. Not bad. Come on, Louis. Gotta pay attention to what you're doing in there.
You got to get that, Lou. Try to box a little bit more. Keep this guy off you. You get that, you're mauling with him. See, he wants you to do that shit. He ain't got to use no sprint.
You're smothering your punches.
Yeah, that's right.
Come on, baby.
Come on. Box a little bit more.
Don't trade. Don't have to trade. Bing, bing, get out. Bing, bing, get out. Give him the mouth. Low.
Seconds out.
Isn't that interesting that the advice for Foreman is to do the things that we thought Savarese should do. He doesn't want George to trade, and You explain it to me, Roy.
Well, what he's telling him is not that he doesn't want him to trade. He's telling him that after he punches, he wants him to step around to the left or the right. That'll keep him from catching so many punches after he throws his punches. He wants that inside fight, but he doesn't want him to stay directly still so he'll be his target.
Foreman winning another round on Letterman's card. Savarese's jab output has gone down in every round so far. He threw only 10 jabs in the 4th round as he has resorted to trading power shots to George Foreman at close range.
George Foreman has hit Lou Savarese with 4 straight big left hands, and they don't seem to bother Savarese at all. One thing Savarese has made up in his mind, though, he is not going to run from George Foreman.
And just as Foreman's punches don't seem to be creating immediate damage for Savarese, by the same token, Savarese's punches don't hurt George.
Well, nothing hurts George.
George has had a history in his recent bouts of getting puffy in the face, puffy around the eyes, and cutting in the late rounds. But here it is Savarese who's cut in the early rounds. Still scoring against Foreman.
George uses his arms for defense so well. Not many fighters know how to do that.
That's good, that's good, that's good. Well, his arms are as big as most people's legs.
Now Savarese is pushing George back like George normally does other people.
Stop punching. Good job.
Hard man to push.
Step back, I got it.
Push a guy around that pulls cars around.
I started to say. Shot at the car strapped to his back. If Savarese had seen that, he might not be bothering him to try to push him. Boom. Savarese talking to George as he takes the right hand and comes back with a combination.
Savarese is having a good time in here right now.
Well, if he likes getting hit, this is like a luxury vacation.
This is the only fight that Savarese knows.
It's one with which George is rather intimately familiar, too. Rocky 6 continues in Atlantic City. Real Sports promo. Don't miss the May edition of the Emmy Award-winning Real Sports with Brian Gumbel. Among the stories we're working on, an in-depth profile of world-class personality and basketball player Charles Barkley, and a look at why baseball still hasn't been able to replace Bud Selig with a permanent commissioner. Monday, May 12, 10 o'clock Eastern Time.
Hey, come here. Keep him turning, keep him turning. Just don't lay in there. The guy's looking to rest on you, okay? You're doing good with that referee. Close your mouth. Go right.
Fire. Come on. You got to set it up from fire, baby. Come on. 6 more. Come on, baby. Come on. Close your eyes.
Yeah?
Got to set
Okay. Watch that hole behind the head.
Roy, what do you think Dundee means when he says to George, you're doing good with the referee?
I don't know. I didn't hear him when he said it. Maybe he's not. He's telling him that the referee is warning him. I don't know what he means by that.
Maybe he means he's getting away with the occasional low blow.
That's what I was about to say. The referee is not warning him for stuff.
Yeah.
Or what he could mean is that George may be doing something that he shouldn't be doing, but he's doing it on the opposite side of the referee. In other words, when the referee is to George's left, he could be doing something with the right hand that the ref doesn't see.
In round 5, which was a good one for Savarese, he went back to the higher punch count, threw more jabs. He threw 30 jabs in the round, 80 punches overall, and seemed to be doing better with that formula.
No, George, come on. Let's do one more time. Keep it up. Okay, behind that, let's go. We don't want to take a point away.
I promise there's a guy on my basketball team by the name of Mike Hackett that could beat George Foreman's twin.
could be George Foreman's twin?
He's about George's height. His head is shaped just like George. It's unbelievable.
You might have heard referee Eddie Cotton warn Savarese that he would take a point away if he hit George in the clinches behind the head again.
The rabbit punch warning from Cotton.
Stop punch, stop that. Good job, fellas. Listen up.
And as Cotton demonstrated in the Galata-Bow fight, he will penalize him.
A punch that will work for George right now is that if he fakes the left jab and comes with the left hook, mainly because Savarese commits with the right hand to block the jab so much, because George's jab is so hard.
Come on, let's go, let's go. Come on, pick him up, Blue. Pick him up.
What about George's uppercut, Roy?
Well, George may be a little tired, or he may be taking a little break here. He's not punching as much as he was earlier.
Step back. Come on, fellas.
You know, which raises the question of stamina if this goes on. Stamina and conditioning and age.
He's conditioned. He's well conditioned. He's probably just taking a small break.
They trade jabs after the Savarese combination. Foreman thudding away with the right hand inside. Savarese doing a lot of things well in rounds 5 and 6. Jabbing, remembering to go to the body, but still taking a lot of George Foreman's thudding blows.
You know, he's obviously not a big power puncher, but he puts his punches together rather nicely. And he certainly has lived up to the moment. He's dealt with all of this with some very nice poise.
Yes, he has.
Halfway through a scheduled 12, and for both fighters, the likely knockout rounds have passed.
Damn, he walking in wide open. Damn, and throw that right hand.
Choke your punches up, keep your hands closed.
Double up on that uppercut. Don't just let it go with body. Your left uppercut. Double up on it. It's working beautifully. Under, up, do it. Keep turning, okay? Don't forget the jab.
You hear what George just said? I don't know what's holding him up.
He's hitting it with some big shots, and he's not going anywhere.
George,
look how the vein is showing in Savarese's right arm now.
George is a super salesman. You wonder if he is selling the judges on what's going on in here, because he is the aggressor.
Well, with regard to the subject of what's holding Savarese up, Axel Schultz took a lot of heavy lumber in 12 rounds and stood up.
Now, there's a question really about how much George is a heavy puncher, and whether he is a real power puncher anymore is questionable. He did knock out Moore, but Moore had shown that he couldn't take a big man's punch in the past. But he's hit Schultz with a lot of clean punches. He's hit Savarese with clean punches, and you heard he himself say, what's holding him up?
George is still a big puncher. I can tell you from looking at the way that George throws his punches.
Can you?
Yes, I can.
But they always say, Roy, the punch that hurts you most is the one that you don't see. And it's hard to imagine the Foreman punch that you don't see.
That's how you can tell he's a big puncher, because you see him and he still knocks people out with him.
Keep up, George. Keep up.
Savarese, apparently happy with the way he's scoring on the inside.
Let him go, Lou, let him go.
Willing to stand in with George Foreman. What do you make of that bulging vein along Savarese's right shoulder and arm?
I don't know what that is. It looks like it wants to pop. He may be about to change and turn into the Incredible Hulk.
Well, it happens in a lot of his fights. It's a common syndrome for Savarese. Just missed with the right hand there.
Keep him up, keep
Foreman
him up.
thudding him to the body.
Watch him head. Watch him head. Both of you.
Oh, that was a big shot by George Foreman.
Strong legs for Lou Savarese. Able to lean against Foreman without giving ground. And strong legs can keep a fighter up against a power puncher.
Yes, they can.
Foreman right around the belt line there. Savarese breaks away with an uppercut, goes back to the jab, lands a right hand and a left hook, and Foreman keeps rumbling forward.
Means nothing to George. I mean, here's a guy, like I said, that totes cars around all day. A big punch is nothing for him to tote.
Any damage or not. The Savarese shots, you know, are doing damage because you see them.
I have it 4 rounds, 2 and 1 even.
So Savarese ahead on both scorecards here. As we go into the last 5 rounds of the fight. Savarese starting to move around a little bit more and stay up on his toes as round 8 begins. Foreman getting up and dancing a little bit with him.
Starting to land his jab a lot more now.
And you wonder when the right hand will come behind it.
The reason he's landing it is because Savarese has no head movement.
Just like Moorer at this stage of the fight.
You know, not a lot of heavyweights do have much head movement.
Watch your elbows. Watch your elbows. Come on, George. Watch your elbows, George. Elbows.
There came the right hand one time.
Yeah.
Savarese handled it very well. Comes back punching in combination. Crowd starting to chant Louis, Louis, Louis.
Louis isn't punching as much this round as he has in the previous rounds.
Now he starts to get a little more active.
Some of the body shots from George in the early rounds may be starting to show a little here.
Now Savarese goes 1, 2, 3 times to the body here.
His punches look a lot slower than they did in the early rounds, though.
But he's landing. This amounts to a Savarese rally over the course of the past 15, 20 seconds.
Stop punching. I got you. Stop punching. I got it. Come on.
Now it's Savarese who hits Foreman in the back of the head.
Look, he got 1 time more. All right, now I got to take a point. All right, okay, let's go.
So now both fighters have been warned for rabbit punching. Good left hook by Savarese.
Good combination by Savarese.
Left hook by Foreman.
And left uppercut.
It's round 9. We got to have the next 3 rounds big. You hear me?
Come on,
we got to have the next 3 rounds big. You hear me? We got the punch. We got to have these other 3 rounds big. It's round 9. You hear me?
Let's go, Louis.
Come on.
So your next one in the back, I'm taking a point. That's okay.
Give it some break.
Put it around him. All right? The elbow. Come on, Louis.
How you feel? Yeah, look here. We got 3 more rounds to go.
And we need them.
We need them all.
We got the jab. You're beautiful when you're jabbing. Keep jabbing.
And you go right.
Don't put your helmet on.
Do that slip jab. Boom. Pick him up. Then nail him. Pretty.
Seconds out!
Lou Savarese has gone beyond 8 rounds only once in his career. He's got 4 critical rounds coming up.
Punch stat numbers through the first 8 rounds find Savarese landing 58 more punches than Foreman, throwing 249 more punches than Foreman. But Foreman landing 53% of all the blows he launches.
Good right hand inside by Savarese.
Savarese still flurrying in combinations. Foreman wading in, pounding one punch at a time.
I wonder if George remembers those 40 rounds of sparring now. Because I think the fact that Savarese sparred with him so many rounds may be helping him in this fight.
Yes, it could be.
George going more and more to the uppercut now in the latter part of round 8 and the beginning of round 9.
He certainly isn't behaving like a sparring partner, Roy.
No, he isn't. He's behaving like someone who knows what they're doing. Someone who's been here, done this. And he's the one who may have learned something from that sparring match, if it happened.
You know, of course, George has been in with so many guys in sparring. It's understandable that if he didn't remember.
I don't know. You tell me, Roy. Is it possible to have sparred 40 rounds with a guy and remember nothing?
If I sparred 40 seconds with him, I know it.
That's what I thought.
I'm just trying to give George the best of it. I don't want to accuse him of old ageism.
Or how about psychological gamesmanship?
Keep up.
All right, right hand inside by Savarese. Foreman coming back with uppercuts in combination.
And a big right hand by George. That didn't move Savarese.
Savarese so far able to take everything Foreman throws and keep coming back with his own.
And these are some tremendous exchanges.
Your money's worth.
Yes,
the
indeed.
Atlantic City Convention Center.
Let him go.
Not too many fighters in history have taken the old George Foreman 1-2 at close range this many times and stood up through 9.
None that I can think of.
No. You know, just keep doing what you're doing. Nice and steady. Don't let him steal the round. We need these rounds. You got to keep punching from bell to bell, son. You don't get crazy when you get inside. You get you with that little shoulder, but put your hands in the seat. You hear me? Come on, we got to punch from bell to bell. If we get inside, we got to punch, but if we don't need to get inside, we can box more and win round.
Let's take a look inside. A good left hook. Short left hook by George Foreman. Through 9 rounds, George is still punching away. And there was a standing ovation at the end of that round. Across the ring from us, one of the standees, the great Joe DiMaggio. Guys, I once saw DiMaggio sitting ringside for a Sugar Ray Robinson fight with Ernest Hemingway.
George comes out landing this jab early.
And Savarese suddenly doesn't look quite as willing to take George's punch.
Maybe he's wearing down a little.
Foreman thunder raining on Savarese as the Greenwood Lake, New York heavyweight backs into the corner and then slips out.
Oh, good body shot by Big George.
Good job. Watch them hands.
fighters' arms are probably a little weary now. On the inside, neither chooses to punch so much.
A real hard right by Savarese inside, but you just can't discourage George. I mean, I doubt that any man in history has taken a punch as well as George Foreman.
All right, stop punching, stop punching, stop punching, stop punching. Good job. Step back, step back.
Which only makes Ali's knockout of him in Kinshasa, Zaire, that much more miraculous.
Well, of course, that was fatigue and a kind of breakdown in the ring. That was a different George Foreman, a Foreman who fought so hard in the early fights and so robotically that he wasted himself.
Foreman sticking the telephone pole jab into Savarese's mouth. 52 seconds to go in round 10. George has leveled a lot of punishment at Savarese in this round.
Yes, he has. Indeed. Oh, good uppercut by George.
Stop punching. Good job.
One of the amazing things at age 48, how accurate George can be with his punches.
Stop punching. Pick him up. Back up.
Product of reflexes that are still there. Almost inexplicably at this point.
That was a good body shot by Lee Savarese.
Good combination. Left hook up top following the body shot. Another left and right by Savarese. Hard left hook up top by Savarese. And Foreman thunders back. Round 10 is.
Savarese is tired, but he refuses to let George beat him.
How about a rinse? You want a rinse?
No.
No, okay, good.
Thought about it for a second.
Oh, real good. Put the ice in my mouth.
There's the Yankee Clipper.
One of the great men of sporting history in America. Here we see George going to work with his left hook, which has been his most effective punch along with his left jab. He's done relatively little damage with his right
Your old
in
man's
this
up
fight.
there with mine. Bring this home. Fight this guy. Use your jab. Come on. Let's go.
He's ready. You heard Tommy Gallagher trying to whip his horse home, reminding him what's at stake here for both of them.
Your old man's up there with mine. Savarese's father died in 1989, just shortly before he began his professional career. He says that he weathered the storm of his father's death by writing poetry about it.
Sometimes it eases your mind from stuff when you write about it. Unless you get the frustration outside of you.
Stop punching. Stop holding the hip too. Let's go. Good job. Keep him up. Both of you.
Hard left hand by Foreman. Savarese momentarily stopped in his tracks. Now begins to throw again. The right hand is low.
Every time George catches Savarese with a punch, Savarese counters. And usually with more than one shot.
Even though Savarese is fighting a 48-year-old man, his stock might rise after this fight, win or lose.
He's fighting a 48-year-old man who is equivalent to some 25-year-old men.
George really does still have some stuff.
A lot of
Question
stuff.
about it.
A lot of stuff, and he keeps pressure on your whole entire fight. Most of the guys that are in their primes can't do this.
Well, part of it is that he's not terribly worried about your punch.
That's part of it. I mean, if you walk around with a Jeep on your back all day, would you be worried about a punch?
Savarese about to throw the right again. Now he backs off. Three-punch combination from Savarese. And a thunderous right-hand uppercut by Foreman. Good body shots by Lou Savarese.
Good head shots by George Foreman.
Round 11, another war in a phone booth.
get this. Why would he take a point away for the first bad low blow, Harold, even though he warned him about some shots behind the head earlier?
Well, Larry, I tell you, it all started with Angelo Dundee before the fight started. He was psyching Eddie Cotton, yelling he's going to hold us behind the head, and sure as the devil, Cotton started warning him for rabbit punches and hold him behind the head. And then Cotton warned him a couple times for low blows. He finally pulled the point. But I think it really was unjustified because he never hit him flagrantly low.
I agree. I think that was not a good...
Oh, there goes Savarese. That left hook hurts Savarese, but I don't think George knows it. He will make it out of this round, though. That left hook did hurt me.
It is a low blow. Flagrant, you decide.
They're trying to rob this fucking fight from us. You have it, Lou? Come on, fuck the eye. Put your hands down, Louis. Come on. You have it out, Lou. Can you give us 1 more 3 minutes? Huh? Can you go all out with these 3 minutes? Okay. Give me the. There you go.
You're looking pretty. Mouthpiece.
Last round, George. Last round. Last touch.
The end of the round, George left hand. Big, tall, strong left hand.
Man, please.
George is a salesman, but he's got a product to sell.
How do you have it going into this last round as Foreman lands another big left hook?
Jim, as I see it, whoever wins the 12th round wins the fight. 104, because of the 1 point that Eddie Cotton pulled. 6 rounds to 5 Savarese, but even at points, whoever wins this round wins the fight. I got it even.
And right now, George Foreman is winning the 12th round big with some monster shots in the first 30 seconds.
Because he felt Savarese beginning to weaken the end of that last round. That gave George confidence. It means that all the work he's been doing, all the chopping he's done at that tree is now starting to pay off. The tree is starting to bend a little.
George Foreman trying to close the show in his 80th professional prize fight, dancing and chasing Savarese in the 12th out of 12 rounds.
This is very disencouraging to a young fighter to have a guy 48 years old chasing you at the end of 12 rounds.
Another thunderous left hook by Foreman, up and under. That left uppercut is landing time after time.
Okay, stop punching, stop punching.
Savarese's activity level way down in the 12th. Now here he comes.
Those body shots that George is hitting him with has basically drained the Savarese.
We got him.
Well, he's showing a lot of heart and a lot of courage. This is his first big-time match. He's in with one of the better conditioned guys he ever could have faced, and he's been there the whole night. And he's not trying to back down now.
Stop punching. Come on, we got him. Come on. All right, let him go. Stop punching. Go, step back. Step back, Lou. Step back.
Oh, that was a big right hand by George.
Hands free. Stop punching. Good job. Step back. We got it.
If Lou Savarese loses this fight, he might have lost it in the first minute of the 12th round.
Yes, he did.
Close fight. I thought George might have pulled it out with a late rally in the late rounds.
From Queens out of America, and the local hero from South Auckland, right here in mighty Manukau at the Telstra Clear Pacific Event Centre. Redemption is underway, round one. Tour, Barrett 2.
And Brad McCarley's signalled it on. Monty Barrett, gloves up high, right hand characteristically nice and high, pumping out that jab. Make no mistake, he is here to win. There is a lot of calm in his corner. Long stinging jab to the body there. David Tour at this point just measuring his man. Can Barrett find a home for the left hook, which he found in the 12th round of the last outing? Tour measuring, slipping. He's a very elusive fighter. He's a little cold. Barrett, you'll notice, kept his jacket on right until after the anthems. David Tour came out shirtless. There was a danger time for fighters until they've warmed up. They can be what they call caught cold. Tour's an experienced pro, been around a long time. That is Tour circling to his right, trying to put Barrett onto his left hook.
Chris Martin in the Tour camp, Team Tour, they've been working on his mobility, his variety. Watch out for the right hand, not just the left hook. Working his way quietly into this bout. A lot of expectation for an early knockout between 4-5 and round 6. At the moment it's been one of those quiet, fearless all-arounds. Tour yet to really even throw the jab.
Barrett just looking for a clipping right hand over the top. David not really pushing. Just trying to measure his man, and again, he's been in New Zealand. He hasn't had the top American sparring he might have had he been overseas. Barrett doubling up on the jab again, potentially looking for the left hook. Not really releasing the right hand at this point. That can be very dangerous against David Tour, particularly early in the fight where he keeps that explosive work. First right hand thrown in anger from David Tour off the double jab.
Of course, David Tour from his 52 wins, 43 KOs. Crowd patiently watching, waiting to see if he can unleash that trademark left hook. Barrett, though, quite happy to dominate with his jab and his height.
David's just a little sluggish with his head movement. He's usually a lot more elusive. Barrett can't afford to let Barrett find a mark. And again, he's stepping on his jab a little bit more. And they talked about James Ali Bashir, his trainer, about him being more aggressive in this fight. And again, see him turning away, locking up David's arm and turning away from the right hand, changing the angle so he can't get his platform set. Little right hand there from Monty Barrett over the top. The first shot he's really thrown in anger. And again, turning David Tour a la Evander Holyfield. This is Mike Tyson not allowing him to get his feet set, get those power plug arms working.
Now the Tour man starts to warm up to the trade, but it's too late for the end of round one.
Well, it'd be hard to score that round to anyone. Even round. WBO rules, of course. No standing 8 counts. The referee is the only person who can stop the bout. As we go to Monty Barrett's corner.
With that right hand. Behind your jab. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Don't get excited. When he cuts you off on one side, you go the opposite way and then back to your other side. You understand? You understand me? Yep. Stay with me. You got the first round in the bank, but you got to work behind that jab. With your right hand. Stay put.
Meanwhile, in David Tour's corner, Chris Martin. Very, very quiet in there at the moment. Start to pick up that intensity. Interesting that from Monty Barrett's corner talking about smooth, good start, but pick it up, put some hurt on him with the right hand.
Very much so. James Ali Bashir spotted something, and what he spotted was David's just a little sluggish with his head movement. He's not as sharp as he normally is. And that's a sticky right hand, a sticky jab there from Monty Barrett. Hooking off the jab. Often the right hand will come off that hook off the jab.
Straight away, Tour takes a couple on the chin. Of course, complete contrast the way in which he started against Shane Cameron, demolished him in the fight of the century. And of course, he started well. And Tour, Barrett won. And won those early rounds, but at the moment it's the American.
Well, strangely subdued, David Tour. And that's why Martin called to the intensity. And again, Tour not ducking under. He's looking for something that's not there at this point. Monty Barrett throwing the jab and then stepping off. Tua cannot afford to let him get a rhythm. Barrett just coming back with a little right dig to the body of his own.
So much talk before the fight about both boxers being very focused, both after
and there's that right
revenge
hand
with a point to prove.
Straight and the right hand left hook, and that was the punch that did the damage. Brad McCarley calling that, but I think it's more of interest that Barrett threw the left hand off the right hook. That's the left hook off the right hand. That is a punch that can do some damage. He's getting hit far too early, far too easily.
It almost is like the crowd are saying, what are you waiting for, David? This is your moment of redemption. You're in the ring, start throwing some punches.
Yeah, well, no pressure on the man. At the moment, just defensive. And again, you've got to wonder about the mental side of things, about having to knock down again, right hand, left hook. Barrett starting to take control of this round.
If it goes to the judges, there's a neutrality thing. There's an American judge, an Aussie judge, and a New Zealand judge with an Australian referee, Brad McCarley.
McCarley, a very experienced man, refereed a lot of bouts. Nice work from Monty Barrett, hooking and then changing the angle, making David Tua follow him.
So at the moment, if you were going by the points as a judge, you would have to say the American Monty, 2 guns, Barrett has been the collector so far.
Well, it's dangerous times for David Tua, far too early in the fight for him to get hit so easily off the right hand, unless he's setting a trap. Unless he's looking for something.
Comes one there on the right.
And again, throwing the left hook off the right hand, and he's circling to his right, Monty Barrett. This is a very sluggish start from David Tua.
Cops more punishment.
Sharp shooting with that right hand, 2 guns, Barrett. Too easy so far.
Crowd quietly stunned here at the Telstra Clear Pacific Event Centre in the home of David Tua, but so far he hasn't boxed like a hometown hero.
So far very, very sluggish. Not sure what's going on there, but you'll see Monty Barrett. Listen to his corner. The right hand and the left hook. He got warned for the push with the shoulder, but it was the punches before that counted. Doubling up with the jab, bang, right hand, left hook. Tua a little bit slow on collecting that on the glove.
David Tua taking the early punishment. All the pre-fight talk was about perhaps getting him out of it in 4 or 5 rounds.
Well, you need urgency. You need to start throwing punches to do that. Tua's lucky if he's thrown 4 or 5 punches in the 2 rounds so far. Well, it's a mental game inside there. Chris Martin beat him to the punch, You let him get off.
So will the Tuaminator start to dominate after 2 rounds where 2 guns Barrett has been the aggressor. Now they're starting to unleash those jabs. Tua showing a bit more urgency and taking more punishment from the American, who's come back to prove a point that he should have won the first bout.
Well, he's looking very sharp, Monty Barrett, and again he's just staying out of range, not allowing David Tua to come back with any counters. At the moment, David Tua a little bit shell-shocked.
And Barrett would know that up against the taller boxers, if Tua gets frustrated because he can't get inside because of the reach of the height advantage, that can lead to him getting a bit tied up.
Well, you get tense, you start to make mistakes, you lead in, going under the right hand there nicely, David Tua. And again, you start to make mistakes, and that gives the opening. The crowd's starting to push Tua up, but he has to stay focused. He cannot afford to get emotional. David tripped with a little left hook, but not answering back. Something missing here right now from David Tua. It's like target practice from Monty Barrett.
And when you go into a bout which apparently is supposed to be the defining moment of your career, where your career could be on the line,
you can't afford to take blood over David Tua's eye already.
He's been cut. You can't afford to take your time.
Well, something needs to happen here.
Is he laying a trap to unleash an explosive left hook?
His timing's out. It's the major problem. The speed of Monty Barrett and the sharpness is creating problems for him.
Perhaps the quality of the sparring that he's had has been a problem because he's not able to time the shots of Monty Barrett that we've seen before, and he's not countering.
Blood pouring from the eye of the Tour man as Two Guns dominates the fight.
David Tour just strangely subdued. He's an experienced fighter, Monty Barrett. It's in the corner of the eye, so it's not too bad at this point. But early in the fight, very rarely have we seen David Tour cut.
But it's also frustrating because this is the guy that actually put him on the canvas. You don't want to give him the early advantage, which is exactly what David Tour has done here.
Gosh, Mark, an experienced cut, man. He'll have to go to work on that because it's only round 3. And Tour really needs to start to let go.
Coming to the end of round 3. Tour Barrett 2. So far it's not redemption, it's not revenge. It could be a repeat.
Well, it's very rusty from David Tour so far. And that's the sign of frustration there from Tour. He can't get a tag on his man. Barrett shuffling one way, and then watch him shuffle the other, change the angle. Making it very difficult for David Tour to cut off the round. Another round, lock that away for Monty Barrett. David Tour looking sluggish. Needs to find the magic to undo Two Guns Barrett.
Of course, we don't really want to repeat because that was a draw, the first fight. Barrett reckoned he won. Tour thought he may have been lucky to get away with the draw after kissing the canvas. Barrett all over the Tourminator at this stage. Just missed with that right.
Well, as the fight goes on and he allows Barrett to tee off like that, he'll start getting more accurate with those punches. There was the left hook, and it was the left hook that did the damage last time out.
It's almost like he started off where he left off the first fight.
No, let's go to the corner. Well, David Tour needs to find something here.
So what can David Tour unleash in round 4?
Now he's starting to move forward with that characteristic head movement.
So far, a few of the judges, it would be what? Barrett on?
Probably a drawn first round, the other two easily for Barrett. And the left hook.
Just a bit of a tease with the left hook, getting the local crowd excited.
Well, he's got to get close enough, and that's the thing for Tour. He's got to tee off.
They say they've been working on getting more power in that jab, but sometimes Tour can just have that sort of pouring jab.
Those shots taken on the gloves there. Tour's not really using his jab to good effect, and if you're a shorter fighter, you do have to use a jab. You've got to jab to the body, jab to the gloves, find your range. Just Tour off balance. Looking like shades of Lennox Lewis.
That time the jab found its mark, but straight away Barrett counters, comes straight back.
Just the volume punching from David Tour. When you're a shorter fighter like that, nice little jab left hook.
Now he's starting to tee off.
Barrett's getting a little bit confident, but notice he'll back up a little bit now. Tour's trying to roll with the right hand and come over the top with the left hook.
Working on his conditioning and his mobility and variety. Hasn't even unleashed a right hand yet. Crowd looking for that trademark lethal left hook.
Well, let's look for a right hand from David Tour.
Yeah,
a shot that actually sets up the left hook. Monty Barrett, he's getting brave. He's walking to his right.
And
he's trying to set up his own left hook. But you're talking about his trainer, James Overshare. He said, you don't hook with a hooker, you try and beat him to the punch. Try and beat him to hook. And that's what happened last time out. He got beaten with the hook.
Sometimes when Tour gets into these sort of sluggish type sort of moods.
Nice right hand there from Monty Barrett, and again, right hand ties his man up.
He can struggle to get out of it rather than like that explosive start you see when he destroyed Cameron.
Well, you need to smell a bit of blood. David Tour is a bullying kind of fighter. You need to get your rhythm, and we've seen it earlier on tonight with fighters who haven't got their rhythm.
So Savarese there for that. It's just a nice little step right hand there from Barrett. He's getting cocky, getting confident. Tua's just got no explosion. He's got to bridge the gap.
Sometimes coming away from home can bring out the best in the fighter. And Barrett's got plenty of big-time experience. And now the left just misses with the second double up.
Well, we start to see signs of Tua engaging. Monty Barrett still fighting a winning fight. It's probably 3 rounds in the bank for Monty Barrett, possibly a drawn first round.
You okay, right? Yeah. Okay, stay focused, man. Don't let the hand down. Don't let the man have no rounds. You got every one of these rounds in the bank. Come on, get the towel. Where's the towel? You know, you got every one of the bank rounds in the bank. Look, put the right hand on his shoulder sometimes, and you'll find the trick, all right?
That's crystal clear advice. With a guy who's elusive, you aim for the shoulder or the chest and then look for the hook off it. It's really classic advice from a very experienced trainer in James Ali Bashir.
There's Tua taking the Barrett right hand. Big right hand once again from Two Guns. So, but there doesn't seem to be too much urgency in the Tua corner at the moment.
Monty Barrett shaking that off. Well,
now he comes down with that lethal left hook.
Yeah,
perhaps they've been playing a waiting game.
Well, psychologically, it's a big thing for David Tua. He's got to get that right hand working though, just trying to change the angle now. Monty Barrett going to the body, digging there, and fighting. Tua going under the right hand. Brad Vicali letting these guys fight, doing a good job as a referee. You don't really want to see it.
40-year-old against a 38-year-old, both in the twilight of their career.
Right now, Monty Barrett looking every inch the 20-year-old.
He looks younger, doesn't he?
Well, he's put in a lot of training. He's changed his training. He says he's sharper. He's got himself an MMA trainer. He's 5 kilos lighter than he was last time out. Doing all the cool work to take the body punches. We haven't seen any body punches yet from David Tua.
Yes, there was plenty of talk about doing the body punches, doing the jab and the right, but so far
that jab's just not even finding air right now from Tua.
It's a frustrated David Tua. He can't afford to stay frustrated. Needs to unleash the beast, the Sarbine beast.
Monty Barrett just firing the shot and ghosting out of range, hoping Tua's going to walk into the right hand.
Because the more he lets Barrett bank the points in these early rounds, the more pressure's going to pile on to Tua to come up with a big KO.
He's already in trouble, David Tua. Tua has to move forward. He has to push this fight. He's not going to win a fight at range against a guy who's so good with his jab. And a right hand coming over the top there from Monty Barrett. Tua needs to show something now.
So Barrett's fighting a very smart fight here, using his height and reach advantage, dominating Tua, frustrating him, picking up the points. Crowd a bit stunned here at the Telstra Pacific Event Centre.
And you'll see Tua's jab, it's about a foot short, not a lot of range on it.
He's back to that sort of pouring jab that hasn't got that effect.
Oh, it's because he's not exploding with it.
Yeah, they unleashed it. Go with a good left hook then.
Well, it just caught Monty Barrett's attention. Not enough though to back him off, and Barrett's very good with his range. He knows exactly where he is. He's an experienced fighter. He knows how to roll with punches.
It's almost like David's being too nice. It's almost like he needs something to fire him up, get him going. Having a big American on his face should get him going, because he's running out of rounds.
Well, it's very early in the fight. It's only the 5th round. A lot of territory to cover, but you can bank that one again. Monty Barrett. Someone has to get inside the head of David Tua and light a fire inside him. He needs to find that urgency and intensity. Chris Martin in his corner needs to find something. Right now you look in that corner, he looks a defeated man.
Taking punishment on the head. It's Two Guns unleashing all the guns at the moment. Left and rights, mainly that good right, straight right.
Well,
at the moment, Barrett doesn't even need to get into trouble to win this fight. He's just doing it at a canter.
Forcing the Tourmanator into the corner in every round so far. This is not what the crowd thought they were going to see.
Well, it's now the 6th round. Many predicted it wouldn't get out of this round, including myself. And a strangely subdued David Tua, Monty Barrett fighting a beautiful technical fight.
Now Tua goes to the body. Can he pick the pace here? Lift the intensity. Barrett still controlling the fight.
Tua is actually trying to counter-fight a lot here, which is not really his fight.
Normally he's the one that comes to forward and just demolishes you. A younger Tua would have.
And again, he's not imposing himself physically either. I would like to see him just be a bit more bullyish. Those shots missing, but they will find her home at some point.
Swing and a miss with the left hook.
Well, reminiscence of Lennox Lewis, the Matador. And right now, Monty Barrett tactically owning David Tua. Nice little right hand there. Good counter right over the top of the jab.
And when you're a small bulldog type sort of heavyweight like David Tua, you haven't got that height. You've got to be busy, and at the moment he's just not busy enough to impose himself on Barrett. Now he unleashes with the left hook. Barrett says, yeah, you got me, bro, that time.
Well,
but it's only one. Hasn't been backed up with anything.
And he answers straight back with a 1-2, pokes the tongue out. And Barrett got most of that on the glove.
Team Tua talked a bit about the foot movement, but so far...
And you see Tua there, Barrett getting cocky, he's poking. Big right hand there, and again turning nicely, not allowing David Tua to get his feet. Brad Bacali warning him about the head and the back of the head.
110 kilos, David Tua, 100 kilos, Barrett, older.
And again, David needs to get his hands free on the inside there, not stop. And Barrett shuffling one way, and watch him shuffle the other in a minute.
David Tua now starting to find his mark, but once again Barrett takes it on the chin, answers back, almost coming to the halfway stage of redemption.
Well, at this stage, Barrett can definitely bank 5 rounds.
But it's the American who will be in front on points. But of course it's the hometown hero, David, the Tourmanator Tua, starting to stalk and needs to unleash, needs to get that intensity right.
Well, he's starting to get a feel. Getting a feel for Barrett. Barrett getting himself caught on the ropes as he gets a little bit brave. Right now, looking to tie up his man, but notice as soon as he feels his arm come free, Barrett pulls out, not allowing David Tua to bump up with the right shoulder. Well, another one for Monty Barrett. You look at the corner, a lot of David Tua's family here, very subdued. They know what's happening in front of them.
It's not often you talk about a subdued Samoan. Normally it's a slugging Samoan. But at the moment it's 2 counts. Barrett still dominating this fight as David Tua finally hits the mark, sort of, with the left hook.
Well, a lot of it taken on the glove. Monty Barrett, too much of a slick fighter to get caught clean there with the first shot. And again, the eyes focused, looking at David Tua, say, you ain't got me yet, mate. Once again, you're strong.
Classic example of a contest where there's so much expectation, hype, and everyone thinks the outcome and the result is just going to be a fait accompli. But when it comes to a contest, you can never write off the underdog.
Well, Tua needs to find something, needs to find it fast.
And suddenly that hot favoritism is just completely gone.
Well, different fighter, very, very sluggish on his feet. He's trying to find some energy in there. He's trying to find something. Chris Martin calling for him to bob his head. He's listening to his corner, but he's got to do that and make him suffer for missing.
Nice hook off the jab. There's a good right hand for the first time.
Now we see the right. But now he needs to back it up and get busy. Almost hits him again.
Monty Barrett taking that on the chin and then changing the angle. Not allowing David to a second bite at Terry.
Crowd calling for action. Crowd calling for the tall man. The tall man to start getting busy.
Barrett pushing the heavier man off.
Finds better range and reach that time.
He's starting to get closer, David Tua. But so is Monty Barrett.
Into round 7.
That's the left hook. David Tua slipped the right hand, but the left hook was there for Monty Barrett. And again, look at Monty Barrett. Ties up the left hand, shows David Tua his shoulder. Not allowing him anything.
He's frustrating him.
Slick fighting skills and smart fighting. He's winning this fight. Triple fakes there from Barrett. That jabs, there's nothing on it at this point. It's the right hand that's coming after it.
Tua shaping up with that left hook, just missing the range.
And again, he needs to push Barrett back on the ropes.
Taking punishment on the inside. Big left, hits the mark, second one. He needs to back it up though, Tua, to get from the choker.
Monty Barrett felt that shot. For the first time, Monty Barrett is on his bike. Tua needs to spot the problem there. He needs to spot that his man was hurt.
He needs to back it up. Needs to follow it up.
Can't just wait for the big shot.
Because he's behind on points.
You got to earn your right to get a big shot on. You don't just get that for free. David Tua's got to pay his dues to get in there right now.
Well, if he wants redemption, he's got to do it. It's not going to be handed to him on a plate.
Monty Barrett back on his bike. Back on a winning game plan. He's just had a reminder. And again, tying up the left hook. We saw that earlier from Montage.
Yeah.
And that's a very effective ploy.
Didn't think we'd see it in the main event though.
David Tua needs to slip outside of that jab. Monty Barrett briefly switching.
That's his best round so far though.
That's his best round so far, but he lost. David Tua now. 6 rounds down. 5 rounds left in the fight.
So much pre-fight hype about this could be David Tua's last fight if he doesn't come out with a big one. Finally landed a good left hook there.
Yeah, Monty Barrett, what he's doing too is he's trying to come back. Every time he's hit, that
was a good one.
Monty Barrett with a little double take there. But what he's doing is he's trying to come back.
Take charge of the fight right now. All right? Calm down. Take charge of the fight right now. Get this jab on top of him and plant the right hand on the chest, on the shoulder. But get out there and work. Come on, wake up, wake up.
Well, he got a wake-up call from David Tua's left hook and another one in the corner. James Ali Bashirs has controlled this fight with the jab. Land that right hand. Don't let the Tua man into the fight.
Right, the Tua man got busy in the last round, round 7, but it's round 8. Can he come out and land a big V8?
Well, Tua does have a history of moving his head much better now. He started to find a bit of rhythm himself, switching to southpaw Monty Barrett. That's when Tua should attack. Now he's got his back to the ropes.
Now going to the body, the Tua man.
Well, again, the first 2 real body shots we've seen in anger. Can't afford to leave it too late, the Tua man.
No. Needs to get busy in this round and really start throwing the combos. Barrett just ducks under a lethal left hook.
David Tua for the first time starting to throw a couple of hooks and then again a sneaky hook on the break. That's more like David Tua of old. Right hand there.
Yes. The crowd thought they were going to see like a 32-year-old David Tua, but it is a sluggish 38-year-old starting to wake up. Barrett talking back to the leg.
About the head. Accidental head clash. Tua led with the hook.
That's using his experience, also controlling the fight.
Doubling up on the jab nicely, Monty Barrett, just going back to his wheels, looking for that right hand. At the moment, he's just turning it over. He's trying to land the overhand right. Again, needs to throw it at the shoulder or the chest of David Tua, and he might find the chin. Particularly with an elusive fighter who's hard to hit as Tua is. Tua not cutting off the ring. He's just following. There he is. That's a left hook down home.
Now he lands another left. Can he back it up with a good left and a right though? Pick the combination. Needs a couple of king hits.
Well, he needs to not allow Barrett to come back and claim. Steal the point. That's what they call it. Take coming away from Tua's glove. And again, he walked into range then without throwing shots. And you can hear the call from Barrett's corner. Don't get sloppy now. Don't get sloppy. He's allowing Tua to get close, and Tua's close. He's dangerous. You can't see it, but Monty Barrett's trainer, James Ali Bashir, calling to his man as he sits in the neutral corner.
Crowd getting anxious. They know that he's behind on points.
He has to find something special now, David Tua. We've seen him find it before in other fights. In rounds 10, 11, 12. It's not that far down yet.
Team Barrett not happy at all. He claims that they're cheating.
Yeah, it was a rather long time. James Ali Bashir, been around this game a long time, knows that...
So now we've got 56 seconds left in round 8. It's been one of those...
Jab, David Tua.
Watch, wait and see. It's almost like hold, pause, wait, engage, isn't it? We're waiting for Tua to get engaged.
We shouldn't be seeing David Tua push back like that. A very, very strong Monty Barrett. They're saying get out of there, get out of there, get off the ropes. Don't get pushed onto the ropes. And that takes off again.
Look, people thought that Barrett was just going to come here and be cannon fodder for Tua.
Well, they
should have known. Think again, didn't they?
Should have known about that from the first fight. He was far from cannon fodder. Barrett moving well defensively, very sharp. Look for that right hand that's coming very shortly.
There's a couple of good combinations. Tua comes back. Took some punishment on the chin, but still gets wobbled again.
Barrett hooking off the jab. Tua ducking under the right hand, left hook.
Whoa, what a fight. Could be in for a boil over here because, don't forget, he's the only guy that's put Tua on the canvas before. Everyone thought that Tua was going to put him on the canvas to make up for it.
Well, we've still seen that Tua has the power. Now what he needs to do is find the impact. He needs to find the impetus and the motivation. Monty Barrett got clipped with the left hook there. His corner yelled, don't get sloppy, don't get sloppy.
That one found the mark.
And we saw Monty Barrett shortly after that complain about the headshot. David Tua here getting out of the way of those big flurries from Monty Barrett. Left hook again. But Tua has to do more than just duck the punches. He needs to make the pay for missing.
It's going to be one of the big comeback finishes to keep a desperate career alive because he's running out of time here. And you sense the desperation. Round 9.
Deep into deep water. David Tua. It's dark and nasty in round 9 when you're this far behind. He hasn't won a round yet in this fight. He needs to find something and find it fast. We've been saying it since round 6. Tua flinching of that right hand.
And still Monty, 2 guns. Barrett using those 2 guns, that good lethal left and a good right to dominate the fight.
Well, he's just doing what he needs to win the fight. Tua slipping under the right hand there. He's starting to read it a little bit better, David Tua, but where's the urgency? Where's the punching? And again, you can't just sit there and bob and weave.
Good body shot.
But where's the hook to follow up? The balance is going. He's throwing too much into single shots.
But it's not going to be a one-shot wonder. He could be left wondering if he could throw 2, like 2 guns.
Oh, Monty Barrett showing us sweet science of boxing. He's twisting, changing the angle on Tua, making him follow him, switching to southpaw there. This is where Tua should attack.
Sport the likes of David Hay, Vladimir Klitschko has beaten Jimmy Thunder, Timmy Witherspoon, so
He may be 40 years old and heading for the WWE, but Monty Two Guns Barrett is heading for another, well, his moment of redemption. He thought he'd won that first fight, and he's certainly winning this one.
Well, right now in American terms, he's pitching what's called a shutout. Tua is there for the right hand if he throws it. And again,
too low
body shot.
With that body shot. Getting a warning from the ref to keep it up.
He's wondering about the mental state of David Tua, whether he's worried about his conditioning, whether he's worried about running out of gas.
He should be worried about not winning this fight right now. He wants to get inside. It's almost like he's waiting for Barrett to sort of walk in so he can just unleash the left hook.
Well, David Tua's got a great right hand if he could just use it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's drifting into it now, Monty Barrett. See, and again, shafting left, shafting right. And it's just not allowing David Tua to get a bead on him. Little digging right hand from Tua there. Wild left hook from Monty Barrett. That's better from David Tua.
But still blood coming out of that eye as well.
No, this corner's, to be fair, has done a good job. That's better from Tua. Monty Barrett slipping over the front leg, nothing in that. Well, a more evenly contested round. Perhaps one that won't go to Monty Barrett. I doubt it though.
So it's David Tua. He's in trouble here. And that's clear at the Telstra Clear Pacific Event Centre. This is not the sort of fight that people thought they were going to come and see tonight. They thought that the local hero was going to come here and dominate and smash him, bro, but so far he's the one that has been dominated.
Well, just started to find some range with the right hand. Monty Barrett, again managing to avoid most of those shots. Brief trip there as they clashed on the front feet. But a lot of shots that aren't making around. I'd like to see Chris Martin really having a go at David Tua right now, because David really needs to pick up his game.
Can't just leave it to the boxer. Sometimes it's that teamwork that can really be the difference between victory and defeat. Now Tua needs to get busy, needs to start putting some pressure, putting some hurt on Monty Barrett. Puts him a little left hook. Needs to unleash and look straight away. Barrett ties him up, frustrates Tua. Smart boxing. He knows he's ahead on points.
Couple of conversations there in the corner. Monty Barrett going over that, under that left hook. It's too classy to get caught straight off by it. You got to earn it, David.
That one landed, that one hit the mark. He needs more of those. Straight away, cop some more punishment.
Now notice Barrett comes in with the uppercut, then ties his man up. He's a savvy boy. He's been in there a long time. Brad Bacali though onto it pretty quickly.
Samoan, they've got prayers on. MOVA means glory to God in Samoa. That's in the Team Tua camp, but
and Monty
they need
Barrett
those prayers to be answered now.
Monty Barrett has been hurt. He's backing off.
Tua needs to go in for the kill, because he can't do it on points. It's got to be a KO.
Well, he's got to find something here, and Monty's just not letting him get a bead on. He's too slippery.
Trying to get a range with the right. Gets Walker hitting on the back of the head.
Yeah. It's a gentle warning. As much in jest as it was with mean intent. Frustration though from Tua.
Well, if he's frustrated, that's a good left. That's a good left. Now the crowd's on their feet. Can he finish him off? He's got him on the ropes. For Tua Maneda. He's been dominated. He's smiling.
Come on, he's got to get in there, David Tua.
He's got to finish him here. He's wobbled the American.
He's got his legs back.
The legs are just about gone. He needs the big king hit combo. Crowd are calling for it. He pokes his tongue out. We've already seen that get one boxer into trouble earlier tonight. Can Tua come up with the big finish?
He can't rely on this big finish. Monty Barrett
Moving to the left, moving to the right. Just not letting Tua get a beat on.
Tua needs to throw some more punches here. He had him. He's let him get away.
He's let him find back to his range and his rhythm. Monty Barrett switching to southpaw.
Now Tua go to southpaw.
Yeah, well this guy...
Punch is good, straight. This could turn into a 2-round brawl to finish it.
Well, it needs to turn into a 2-round brawl from David
Tua. Because if Tua's going to win it, that's what he's going to have to do here. 10 seconds to go. Tua had him. Unlaces with a big right. Now he's going to run out. He's going to be saved by the bell here. He's still dominating the fight. The not fourth round. Whoa.
Well,
that's what the crowd's been waiting to see.
Well, they're still hoping for a miracle. Whether or not they can get it. James Ali Bashir is going crazy in the corner. Absolutely crazy in the corner.
We had a controversial draw in the first fight. Now look at them.
James Ali Bashir's winning this fight.
You're right. Oh, you're all right. Going into round 11, we got the fight won. Now you want to do the straight line. That's all I'm aware of.
Well, David Tua clipped him with that left hook and then he found it again. Monty Barrett though still got his eyes focused on the Tua man.
Couple of good punches that time by David Tua, really landing the mark. But he sort of had him, then let him go.
Not sure what Bashir's complaining about. I didn't catch it. Okay, slow blows. McCarley telling Tua to keep him up. Tua now knows he is in desperation zone. 6 minutes for Monty Barrett, and he is the title holder. David Tua, you've got to throw some punches.
Is this two rounds to keep his career alive here? Up against two guns. He needs a couple of combos of punches to try and win it by KO.
Well, there's no question of this fight going the distance. Knockout. Took that one on the glove, Monty Barrett.
Gee, he can take some punishment.
Yeah, on the glove. Tua needs to find a right hand behind his left hook.
Could we be headed for another draw?
No, not a
they're going to be Barrett on points. Now Tua taking some more punishment. Or Tua with the KO. He can't afford to let it to go to the judges. He's got 2 minutes to go in round 11. Scheduled for 12. Now Tua gets the right. He's right above him. He's got him on the ropes.
Monty Barrett again. There's a low blow there on the blind side of the referee.
Tua swings and misses.
There's a left hook there from Monty Barrett on his own.
That cop Tua gets another uppercut as well.
Now right above us in the commentary position, Monty Barrett is on steady legs. There's certainly plenty of fight in this dog from Queens.
Whoa,
Monty
what a
Barrett,
contest.
40 years old, and he is fighting the perfect fight against David Tua.
He's frustrated him, he's picked up the points, he's banked those. He's put the pressure on Tua to come out with the big KO. Tua's landed some big ones, but not the knockout killer punch.
He's not using his shoulder to barge off. He's not using his low center of gravity to push him off. Tua needs to find his own again. Where is the urgency? Again, the arm tied up on the inside underneath the armpit of Monty Barrett. He's keeping his right shoulder there.
50 seconds to go towards the end of round 11.
Another blow that was on the hip. Little low from David Tua.
Could have come down, and it's going to come down, looks like, to the final 3 minutes.
Have a look at the cut, mate.
Referee wants to get the look at that cut.
It's not in a dangerous place, that cut. Over in the corner of the eye, so it's not bleeding into the eye. Nice sledgehammer jabs from Monty Barrett. See the sweat coming off David Tua's head as desperation starts to sink in.
All the time those jabs are picking up valuable points too for Barrett. Big left, big right. Swing to the rim. It's almost like wrestling.
Monty Barrett holding on for dear life now.
That's a good right.
Tua needs to finish him. Needs to get combination. Barrett ducking and diving. Barrett throwing a shot back of his own. Now he's got the combination. Oh, the bell. Crowd are on their feet, but so is Barrett. That's the problem for the Fulminator. Well, David Tua finishing that 11th round. He's got 3 minutes to do it. Going back to the WBO rules, the fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round of the fight. Only the referee can stop the fight. And David Tua needs a stoppage to win this fight. Make no mistake, he is 89 rounds behind. 3 minutes away from keeping his career alive. He's got the hometown support. He's got 3 minutes to turn this into the defining moment of his career. And it was the right hand that did the damage. Throughout this fight, we've said he needed the right hand. Monty Barrett stumbling in. He's trying to fight back. Monty Barrett. David Tua, finally the intensity that we've wanted throughout this fight. And the bell went.
Bring on. Good bird. Here's a couple things that will help you out. want more jab. Double and triple the jab. And keep on turning him. Keep on making him turn. No cool. Keep on making him turn. I want him in the middle of the ring, Doc. See what I'm saying? Drop the quick right hand and spin out of there. But keep the jab going. That's what I want. You see how easy it is? This ain't nothing, baby. Let's go. Slide over to your right a little bit. Keep the pressure on him. Step back. Final seconds of round 2, and the lackluster display by Tua continues. Oh, stop. Let him out. Come on. Let's go. Hands up, baby. Hands up. Well, let's go to Jim Gray with talented Olympians from the class of 2000. Jeff Lacey, Francisco Panchito Bajado.
All right, thank you very much, Steve. I'm joined by these two, along with Rocky Royales, Malik Scott, and Juan Diaz. They represent some of the future of boxing. They'll be fighting here on Showtime. Let's turn to Jeff first. You're 2-0. Are you concerned at all that you might be being rushed along a little bit too quickly, young in your career?
No, I don't think I'm being rushed along. As long as we get some good stiff opponents in there, I'm going to continue to do what I'm going to do. I train hard all the time. I train up in Big Bowl with my coach Roger Butler. So I'm ready for anything comes near me.
And how about you? Let me ask you about the pressure that you might feel trying to live up to the expectations after coming off the Olympics?
Well, it was pretty tough first, trying to come up from the loss. So it was just basically trying to get back on the horse. And it just felt great having that first win and all the attention that I
What the hell's inside, guys? Let's go. Something to prove, okay? He's not proving anything. He's just let's go. Come on. There's no punches. Once in a while, he goes up with a big hand. That's not going to reflect. It's not going to win the round. Stop. Come here, hey, come here. What you guys? Come here. I want a good clean fight, guy. No rough tackles, you understand? Let's go. I believe he's frustrated right now. He's using the elbows and claws. Eddie Mustafa Muhammad says Tua is a one-dimensional fighter with the left hook. Hey, if you stop his he's doing him sneaky tactics. Here comes the elbow. Wait, that's not that bad. I think he just got tangled up. The elbow hit him in the side of the jaw or the cheek and completely unintentional. Nicholson looking for every angle. What for you guys? What for you? Come in. What's up? For the most part, the left hook gave it to her, the right. Come on, boys. Good one. Let's go. Come on. We laid down a blueprint of how to beat Tour for other fighters with similar actions. Interesting call. They'll witness it, I'm sure, studying those tapes closely. There's an equation under the right line. Same-day coverage, Saturday, April 28th, 10 Eastern and Pacific. Saturday, May 5th, we'll bring you a 130-pound twin bill. Two of the best in the division, WBO champ Marcelino Freitas, WBA Kingpin Joel Casamayor defend their titles en route to an eventual championship unification showdown. That Saturday, May 5th, 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. Please join us. Speaking of the talented Joel Casamayor on hand, along with many boxing luminaries to watch the action here tonight. He is slick. Let's go. Come on. He's backstage where he's hiding everything. And that's a mistake, especially against a boxer who can tell the arms move so quickly. Nicholson very fleet of foot.
And two of the punch club pop 43 knockouts to Daring Lane's 11. 291 pounds is Daring Lane, and if the truth be told, I've seen him much bigger than that. Oh, look at that. That didn't take long. The first round. Daring Lane, you're wondering which lane he's in right now. The fast lane. The exit lane. And two are right on him. And Lane may not make it. Big shots by Tua. And Lane goes down again. Boy, Tua just exuding the confidence of a terrific heavyweight fighter, Lane. He was going all punch by punch. And Lane still doesn't have it together. Daring Lane should try to hold on. Big right hand. Just on the side of his jaw. Tua, his big power is in the right cross. He says his power is aggressive. Exciting, absolutely. I like the brawl. I'm working on mental focus, young. You need much mental focus when you're not your opponent out. You keep this up. Gary Man would be well served just to lay in there just as he is right now and survive in this first round. Hold on, tie up. Grabs a hand to it. Big power punches. Horseshoes in his fists. I have seen him knock out big heavyweights. Oh, one punch. Oh, he almost did it tonight. Almost did it with the first punch of the fight. And caught that one on the gloves. That's what I like about David Tua too. Just come out and start punching. You know, don't box around. Don't feel like you're get out there and fight. And he does. Well, and that was the criticism in his two big fights that he didn't do that. And he really pushed himself out. Left hand, and that hurt young man. You can hear the pounding of the punch. And you can hear the moan from the crowd. You know, this arena's so small, and the crowd right on top of it, you can see in the background, they feel every punch. Oh, he's standing right in there. Third man on three. Good start. And David Tua, Gary Mann did everything he could to survive this round. And somehow he did. Wow. Some of the experience of Gary Lane. David Tua right to work. There's Kevin Bray. There is the doctor in the corner of Gary Lane. Taking a long look. And they will let this continue. Guns one line money. Old new trainer. That's it. Olympics. Has become a trainer, terrific trainer too. Here he is. One of the two knockdowns. I believe this is the first one. Bingo! Right on the chin with the left hook. The big powerful punch. Tua just on the button and go get him. David Tua. Look at these combinations. David Tua fighting right there like he has so much confidence, gaining in strength, gaining in abilities. And at that point, it just didn't look like Gary Lane had a prayer through the first round. But somehow he survived. Round two. Round Tua. Wow, that was lucky to early knockout in that fight from Tua. Tua looking ahead to a January 12th fight with Phil Jackson. He would like to fight Will Mercer. And Mercer was scheduled to fight Mike Tyson. That fight canceled because Tyson wants to go and fight Lennox Lewis. So that could be a very interesting matchup between Tua and Will Mercer. Big right hand. I think Mercer really has reinvented himself. He's as good as I've ever seen him be. And he is tough. You know what? He's learned too the way that David Tua has learned. He's learned by his mistakes. Will Mercer has. No one wants losses in boxing. The truth is, you learn more from your losses than you do from your wins. Against a lot of fighters, which I never Mike Tyson told me I'm never going to know how good I am until I lose. And unfortunately, maybe we found that. Unfortunately, that ruined him, in my opinion. But trainers can tell you things to do, but you never follow the instructions. You're beaten, you're like, wow. It didn't work that way. It's like a young kid at 15, Mark Twain said, as a young kid at 15, his father didn't know anything. His father kept telling him things he didn't know anything. By the time he was 19, he said, it's amazing how much my father learned. Yeah, that's right. Gary Lane just hanging in there. No, he is tough. One third of the body for sure. Look at that body. Very rugged young man. Gary Lane, sure a nice guy. I don't know. starting the freight train. He's an opponent to the stars. You name him, he's fought him. There's been a couple of them that he's had a chance to beat. And I think when you look at reputation as an opponent or a sparring partner, which Barry and I is both, really, you just don't know him. You know, there's a phrase in boxing, these young gentlemen called sparring partner syndrome. Iron was disease. They can recover from it. They cannot win. Sparring partners get paid to take a beating every day in the gym. They're paid well to take a beating, just to hang in there for the good fighter, for the one who can play a sparring partner, to just last the match. Unfortunately, the meeting has been on that side. Barry Wayne has. He has been sparring with some of the best fighters in the heavyweight division. Yes, he has. With Mike Tyson, with Greg Barlow, Ray Mercer, Rosa Rudd. So now it's up to Kulak to show us if he's improved, will he force a KO? Now it's going to be interesting to see what Tua is. Tua is a lot less active in his second round. We all been warned of it. He said he was going to be good. He said he was going to snap the foot down, take control, and then kind of slap him up and move him. Wayne trying to punch back and gives him a couple of shots into the box. They the two for the first time giving Wayne pain. And here he is, Wayne using his heavyweight prowess, muscle around David Tua. You know, he outweighs him by what, 40 pounds? Muscle him around, push him around there, make him tired. And lay in on your man too. I mean, George Foreman made a career out of his career. Just by laying on him. Everything you have in a fight, you realize everything you have, everything you've learned at this point in your life, you have used to win fights. For that man, David Tua, he wants knockouts. He says now, if Kevin Barry only, as Kevin Barry calling all the top shots, he shaves his head to show this is a new David Tua. Remember, we had the Mohawk guy, and he went home to Samoa, and his parents said, they're scaring the grandchildren. You gotta shave your head. So he shaved his head because he didn't want to scare the grandkids. Wayne has been around this sport for a long time. He knows his way in and out of the ring. Fights. Takes a licking and keeps on pushing. Tua is not able to back him up quite as easily as he did in the first round. And what I would like to see from David are some explosions. You know, what you do is you slow your opponent down to a walk like they are now, and then you explode real hard, real fast combinations, and the fight may be over. You hope they'll land. And for Tua, one of them can land. Beautiful hands of David Tua. He is so powerful. Those are calves. Those are arrows. I don't know if you knew that. Wow, look at these top guys. Tua and Mitch Clark appreciate the hard hit. They appreciate the tough
action does come. Gary Lane, one of the few times Gary Lane enters a fight that he's taller than his opponent. Both of them listed at 5'10". Gary Lane, I think, a little bit taller. And seconds of the third. Gary Lane is still here. It is hard to knock out people, and it's even harder to knock out people that are 50 pounds heavier than you. You can knock them out on the extra weight. Well, they got to Gary Lane early, and in this round, he did hit him with a couple of pretty good shots. There's Lane with some action. Lane tries. I've seen him so many times, and he has a lot of heart as a fighter. He's not the skills to play it out. Now, obviously, he doesn't spend enough time in the gym. The big uppercut from Tua in the round. Gary Lane has his front teeth missing, his two front teeth. Said when he was 11 years old, he got run into by a police car. He said it knocked him down. When he got up, he stood up, the police came up and said, "What are you doing? You killed my car." It made the car died. The cop's car died whenever he ran into it. So he started boxing at 350 pounds, got into boxing just to try to lose weight, and now he's all the way down to 291. Just like when he gets up to 40 wins, he'll be down to maybe 220. Actually, as I said, I've had a few of his fights over the past several years, and I have seen him be a lot bigger than he is right now. Swell Gary Lane tonight. Good right hand to Tua. But Lane isn't going backwards anymore. I think that first round he might have caught Lane cold. Yeah, a lot of things that these veteran fighters do, the sparring partner type fighters that Lane is, what they do is they don't warm up. They just use the fight to warm up, and then they have that much more energy during the fight. Why waste your energy back in the dressing room? The good fighters know fast start on those veteran, aging fighters is useful. Big uppercut from Tua is frustration setting in from David. Well, he's hitting just as hard as he was early in the fight, but Lane is not going anywhere. Lane does what you expect now. Gary can roll with the punch. But that first round, he's going to roll with the punch on the clear. Just kind of laying in there now. He seems to, remember what I was talking about the last round? The way you get knockouts is you slow your opponent down, you impose your will on him, and then you explode. If he thinks he's going to be knocked out, first round, an explosion for Tua. Gary didn't know that. There's a good right hand to that person, David. Gary is really stepped up right now. Tired, but wants to hang in there. This is one of those fights that is difficult for David Tua, if only in the sense that it's almost a lose-lose for him. If he knocks Gary Lane out, that's what he's supposed to do. If he goes the distance with him, then the skeptics start talking. Everything to lose and very little to gain. The only way he would gain in this fight is had he been able to stop Gary Lane in the first round. It would have been the only gain for Gary Lane. Gary Jones is fighting Gary Lane. You're all around it. Lane, good combination from him. Well, Lane not doing much, but surviving. Right hand is Gary Lane. Cherokee over there in that corner with Gary Lane. James Flowers, former fighter, in the ring talking to him there.
He checked you first. He don't hit you hard. He checked you. Then come back. What you do is grab right underneath
That's the guy you want to fight. It's so long to fight that way. I admire them because they never had to work out and they were just tough. They were just durable. They hung in there, they went the distance. But, the careers never really blossomed. What Tua wants his career to do is he wants the next level. I think there's such a thing too as too much of that bravado. I mean, here's a guy, Lane, who has all of that to just look at, but he's 20 and 27, and you just hope he's not walking around on his heels 10 years from now.
Certainly a terrible thing about the sport. There are some fighters who are walking around on their heels. Some of them still fighting. Come on, they're sitting right next to you. They're broadcast. No. I'm at the other side. I'm kidding.
Gary Lane with the right hand. Yeah, pretty good one too. It stopped Tua on the way in. This has been the problem with Tua. He's punched real hard at times and then he stopped. And without a sustained attack in this heavyweight division, it's impossible to be competitive in that top 10. Tua is letting Gary Lane get brave here. This is what I was saying about Gary Lane before. I had him in a fight against Jeremy Williams. He had Jeremy Williams beat. He just didn't finish. He wound up getting knocked out.
Cross-target syndrome. Just do enough to lose. You know, and promise. It hurts to get hit in the body. You got to hurt. You hit the body, it marks. You feel it for days. There you go. And it's easier to hit your opponent's body. Body soft, chin is hard, head is hard. David Tua must go downstairs to the body if he wants to knock down this fight. Lane knows how to take it upstairs.
Yeah, he really is, because Tua just hit a good left hand, and a good right hand again right there, another left hand, and Lane is still right there.
You know what he does is he locks his jaw. When you clench your teeth, you lock your jaw, and you bite on that mouthpiece, you take a better punch.
Have a good left hand, have a good right hand, and Lane's still right.
Also, gritting your teeth like that, scientists have shown that it shoots a shot of adrenaline into your stomach. That gives you a little bit more energy.
Lane pushes Tua off him, but then lays back on the ropes.
No. You know, he has utilized those ropes too. What those veteran fighters do is they lay up against the ropes. Remember Ali did this, the rope would go, he used the ropes and allowed the George Foreman to punch himself out, and he street fought George Foreman. Gary Lane has Ali's ability and Ali's power, his punches, that would win this fight.
Again, a good combination from Tua. Tua hit him with everything that time.
Look at this also. Gary Lane ends up in his own corner. You don't have to walk across the ring. You look up in your own corner. That's a great maneuver of what veteran fighters utilize that. They can use that to their advantage. The end of the fight, right above Gary Lane's own corner. And Tua scoring. Lane just doing everything he can to hang on there. Because he sits right down.
It's got to be getting frustrating, I think, to David Tua.
No, it's completely frustrating. You know, he's been working on his knockout power, knockout punches, everything to do to knock out people. He's working on his strength. Sometimes strength doesn't knock people out. There's a James Flowers. You don't know who you play.
He's trying to tell him, look, you've survived. Now go out there and try to do some business on this guy.
Throw some punches. Who is going to be right in front of you? David doesn't spot. broad shoulders of Lane. Till's really working him. Till's doing everything. He's hitting him with hard punches, left hands, right hands, and Gary Lane's still left. You know, it's so vital to a heavyweight to get knockouts against the fighters like Gary Lane. Once you can knock out the survivor veterans, that's when you start raising eyebrows for sport of boxing. People start taking note. Combination, and again, Gary Lane's still there, back to the ropes. He says it's no secret, that's the way I fight. Taking everything to see it come off. The guy goes back, lays on the ropes here. Pretty tight stuff off that 290. That was a good round. Put too much power into it if you had enough energy to do that. But too much time at the training table, not enough time at the training gym. Nice combination there. Double left hand and right. And you can hear that stuff. Still in your head for years. Full body work, that practically doubles Lane up. And Lane has gotten through another one. He's not winning any of them, but he's getting through them. He's hanging in there. Tua turned it up that round. He landed some good hard shots. The combinations together from Tua, mixing the attack from downstairs and up. Gary Lane is just wit and determination. Another angle downstairs and up. Lane would rather be hitting the chin than the body. He flinches for those body shots. Head punches. Shake them off. What's him on, man? He's taking out the power. Shannon, run it off on the back. Okay. Run it back. Temple going good. Keep running. Wow. Wasn't winning any rounds. Haskell knocked David Tua out. He's a big enough guy. You would think he had a little pop, but he's only had 11 knockouts in his career. So big as he is, watching the debut presentation of boxing here on HDNet. The last stoppage for him came in his last fight back in March. Tony Harmony in Copenhagen. Tim Noble before that in December of 2000. That was a good left hand, and that did hurt Gary Lane. Mixing the attack like this helps so much for David Tua because it brings the hands down of Lane. There's a big right hand. Lane doesn't want to get hit in the body. I mean, that Tua actually left his feet. That was the force of that punch, and Gary Lane's still there. It's getting to the point, though, Sean, that you can be too good. Absolutely. At some point, Marty Simon looking in there. Veteran referee, he may say that that's enough of this. No, Lane hasn't won a round. I would question whether this is one of the next one round. Really, he managed to stay in the tag. You see what Lane does, he goes the distance here, and then he'll fight for a couple of months or a couple of weeks in another city. Somebody else will try to take him out.
Presentation of America Presents Boxing on HDNet. We hope to start a long series and a long relationship. Barry Tompkins, Sean O'Grady, ringside here at the Feather Falls Casino in Oroville, telling you all about it. Again, can't say enough about this crowd. Very knowledgeable crowd, really into the thing here. Really nice.
And they appreciate good fighting, and they appreciate the toughness and the durability of Gary Lane. David Tua with his strong combinations. This is David Tua, who's a powerful puncher. And they see that. They see the heart in both of these fighters. Both of them real warriors. David Tua. Started boxing at the age of 9. His father, Apatuto, was a boxer. And took him to the gym. He said he didn't like it at first. Then when they moved to New Zealand, he said, I took it up again, and I liked it. He says, I was 12 years old, he went 80-6 as an amateur before turning pro. That's in 1992 against Ron Hines, and he knocked him out in the first round.
Was a guy that actually was a pretty good rugby player, and he played cricket in New Zealand.
He opened his career, David Tua did, with 9 straight KOs before his first victory by decision against Christina Winright.
Laying back in the center of the ring for one of the few times in this fight.
David Tua is going to throw at 204 pounds. Gary Lane's going to throw at 276 when he started the fight. Right now it started out at 246. Anyway, take it out. Walking. He was getting pounded. I'll tell you, he can take a shot. David Tua was going to come out and blast at first. He's just a power puncher. So I respect him, but he has no stamina. You find out David Tua does have some good stamina.
Yeah, you have to say David Tua has come here in excellent shape. I mean, he's not slowed down. His punches still have a lot of spin to them. That's one right there.
But again, you have to see the combinations put together. Yes, he's a real hard puncher. One punch. That's when Gary Lane recuperates. You've got to put 2s and 3s together. And these little punches like this really take his steam, but we can't throw those real hard punches and combinations.
That has been the mark on David Tua. And a couple of punches off the ropes.
feel his pain. Oh, it's so bad. Marty's tighten up. Real clean on the go. I think that's it. I think he won. Okay, it's over. It's stopped. Well stopped. Yeah, nice job. Marty Shannon, the referee, said, yes, that's enough. Gary Lane not even in this fight. Gary looking for a few extra minutes. Just too much power, too many times. Lane showing that he's too tough. Sympathy call. Nice call from Gary Lane. Just wore him out. Marty Salmon, a terrific referee at home. I on Marty for a long time. Knows what he's doing in the ring. Takes command. And here's what happened. The pressure had been applied throughout this fight. And watch the overhand right. Lands to the side of the head. Gary Lane said, oh, that's enough. It's still echoing. Wow, down he goes. I think that's it. You can see him start to...
Briggs, his first fight, just under a year. Now just take a look at that big height ring change I talked about earlier. Such a gift for heavyweights. Good hook by Shannon Briggs. Been more than 6 rounds of drugs, so there's a losing one. Briggs, of course, has been 12, 10. Hey, burst on the scene with a ton of promise. Got as high as that Foreman guy. Then came to Lennox Lewis loss. Lost to Marcus Rowe and drove at Francois Bota. And losses to Harold and Savarese. Dropped him down a notch. 33 years old. Briggs still has time. Jab by Briggs. Good hook by Briggs. Good right hand by Briggs. Jab slipping through. Then slipping a little bit. Briggs pops the jab a couple times. Hook gets in by King. Good 2-point combination by Briggs as he runs to the challenge. Briggs just started to break a sweat. King has not broken his yet. These guys came out bone dry. Good hook by Briggs. Both to the body and the head. Good jab by Briggs. Pops it through again. Right by Briggs.
10 seconds.
The first round coming to an end, and Briggs has it going pretty much his own way in the opening round.
Go down here. Good. Deep breath, deep breath. Deep breath. Go down your head. Go down your head. Relax. Listen. Habla. Talk. Listen. Watch. You have beautiful job.
Tip them punches and bang. Tip and bang. What I want you to do, okay? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want, baby, okay? Give me the water, baby. Give me the water. Tip and bang. All right? All right. Go forward. Don't be on the reach, man. All right? Okay. Just remember, you're on the
Round 2, scheduled for 6. Round 2 coming up.
Second round action scheduled for 6. Shannon Briggs and Demetrius King. Briggs has King backing up. Briggs comes in 40 wins, 4. One draw, 34 knockouts. King is 75 with 5 knockouts. And is the consummate small man in this match. King, he wants to be able to bob and weave, get inside, and try to go to work there. Make himself a smaller target. Maximize his disadvantage and turn it into an advantage by being an elusive target. Notice how that one right hand by King is bolted. Right hand is in Briggs down with his right hand.
Yo, big man. I'm cool. Behind you, the t-shirt behind you.
Too big, too quick, and too strong. Take away the first knockdown. He just shows him the jab, showing it, boom, with the right hand. Found the range with the jab. The right hand was set up.
Right hand like that.
Showed him the jab and the big right hand. Notice how he turned into that right hand perfectly with all his momentum. Landed right on the chin. Now, King got up from that. But Briggs just pours it on. Big right, left hook. Mouthpiece is coming out. And Jim Santos says no more. He knows what Shannon Briggs can do now. Does not let King off the hook. And so, in his first fight in the year, Shannon Briggs wins with impunity. Even if it was a guy 7-5 from places like Detroit, Little Rock, Sarasota, he blasted him out of it. Let's get the numbers from Joe Antonacci.
Put him back in their dressing room, Sal.
Boxing fans, the time, 1 minute and 49 seconds of round 2. Your winner from Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York, by technical knockout, Shannon Briggs.
Oh, shit. You hit me hard as hell.
So, Shannon Briggs,
you trying to kill me or some shit?
You hit me hard. Giving him some credit. That's the outgoing nature of Shannon Briggs.
Thank you, John.
So prevalent in boxing. Take another look at these knockdowns. Jab, just watch the left hand. Now watch how he turned into the right hand. It was beautiful. He turned into it. The hips gave him all the power right on the button. That's how you draw it up. Now, he's not going to let Demetrius King get off the hook. If you have a chance to finish a fight, just get it done. Right hands, Mouthpiece is out, and when Jim Santa sees the mouthpiece out, this fight is over. And it's a good stoppage. Demetrius King was beleaguered at this point, but he almost thanked Jim Santa for stepping in because he was in a bad spot. And referee looking out for the safety of the fighter, and Shannon Briggs